Welcome to WMAR Classic Games from the Vault. I'm Sean Stepner. This week we're bringing you the Brooks Financial Group Turkey Bowl 95, the 95th game between longtime rivals, the Calvert Hall Cardinals and the Loyola Dons. The Dons lead the series with 49 wins, 37 losses, and 8 ties. The Cardinals had won 4 straight Turkey Bowls until the Dons snapped that streak in dramatic fashion the previous year. On the call will be Scott Garceau and Tom Matte in the booth with Jamie Costello on the sidelines. Enjoy the game.
Snap a little high. Soriano block. Loyola wins. Loyola blocks the point after.
After last year's dramatic win, Loyola is gunning for 2 in a row. Their Turkey Bowl winning streak snapped. Calvert Hall is out for revenge. The Thanksgiving rivalry next. ABC2 Sports presents the Brooks Financial Group Turkey Bowl. The Loyola Dons versus the Calvert Hall Cardinals.
Here we go again. Yeah, since 1920, Loyola and Calvert Hall. Welcome to the 95th Turkey Bowl. Scott Garceau along with former Baltimore Colt great Tom Matte. Jamie Costello will join us from the sidelines. Tom, Loyola, Calvert Hall, around here, that's all you need to say. Turkey Day, here we come.
And it's such a competitive game. Reminds me so much of the Ohio State and Michigan rivalry and what intensity both teams have.
You know what? We had the overtime game last year. 2 years ago, Calvert Hall won in the final minute on an 83-yard touchdown pass. Give us more of that today, right? Let's meet some of the impact players. We start with the Loyola Dons. They don't throw the ball a lot, Tom, but Will DeAngelo can make some catches in the passing game.
He's got great hands, and after he catches the ball is where he makes the good one. He has 11.4 yards per catch and 4 touchdowns.
So Will DeAngelo, he'll factor in. They only throw the ball about 14 times a game, but when they get it in his hands, he can make some plays, so keep an eye on him. On the defensive side, look out for linebacker Ben Evans. Tom, he was the quarterback in this game for the Dons last year.
Last year, good size, Scott, 6'2", 210, and he's a natural leader. He's a real leader. The coach said this is the guy who knows the game of football.
And they talk about his football IQ. He finds the football. He's in the right position at all times. He's a leader and a captain, Ben Evans. Over on the Calvert Hall side, the offense a little different there, Tom. They like to throw the football, and the guy throwing the football, quarterback Kenji Bahar.
Bahar, 6'3", 170, got a great arm. His completion average, Scott, is 68%.
That's phenomenal, 68% completion. He's thrown for over 1,600 yards. He's got a couple of talented receivers to throw it to, and Lawrence Cajun and Morgan Scroggins. So keep an eye on Kenji Bahar. You'll see a lot of him this morning in this game. The impact player on the defensive side for Calvert Hall, quarterback Deontay Austin. He can run with the best of them.
He's the fastest guy on the team, Scott. This guy's got great hands, 6 foot tall, 170 pounds. He's a senior and has done a tremendous job this season.
And you can look for him to play some college football. He is committed to Wake Forest, so the football will continue for Deontay Austin. Now, we talked to the coaches prior to this one, got some keys in the game from them. The game means so much for both teams. Loyola, here's what they had to say.
Well, they want to be able to move those chains. They want to be able to control the football, be able to have sustained drives to be able to control the football game.
And no matter if you're in the NFL or in high school, Tom, you got to play disciplined football, right?
That's exactly. No stupid mistakes, no stupid penalties. Play disciplined, and that's exactly what the coach wants them to do today.
All right, the keys for Calvert Hall. Donald Davis says, we got to win the turnover battle, right? Probably the most important stat in football.
And is actually, exactly. Winning that battle right there controls the game. If you can get those turnovers and stop the turnovers, that's the best thing you can do.
And then, of course, field position, Tom. As the coach said, you don't get a lot of 80, 90-yard drives in high school. You need field position.
And that's what they've been lucky with this year. They've had great field position, moved the ball down the field, and scored.
All right, when we come back, we'll check in with Jamie Costello. He's down on the field. We're just about ready to kick off the 95th Turkey Bowl. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Turkey Day.
The Brooks Financial Group Turkey Bowl, brought to you by the Brooks Financial Group. Infinite rewards from finite focus. Frosty Refrigeration Company, a family-owned heating and air conditioning company serving Baltimore, Annapolis, and surrounding areas. Prime Lending, national strength, local expertise, and Towson Sports Medicine, proud partner of University of Maryland Sports Medicine and University of Maryland St. Joseph Medical Center.
Today's live streaming on ABC2News.com and ABC2 apps is brought to you by Loyola Blakefield. We're about set to go. Let's go down to the field. And our partner, Jamie Costello. Hello, Jamie.
Hello, Scott.
Happy
Hello,
Thanksgiving.
Tommy.
Hello,
Happy
Jamie.
Thanksgiving. These guys right here, some of them just got their learner's permit. And today they're permitted to peek out of their helmet and take all of this in. The crowd in the stands, those watching online, and think about who came out of that tunnel. Ray Lewis, who roamed out of that tunnel. He was so good that they made a statue of him. And then to think, coming out here on the 20-yard line, Joe Flacco, 1st and 10, Super Bowl winning quarterback. That's what this memory is all about. These guys will graduate from high school, they'll graduate from college, they'll start their business, they'll raise a family, but the memory starts here today, the Turkey Bowl. Let's get it underway. We got people watching from San Diego, Texas, Afghanistan, California, Louisiana, Jersey. It's all because of this game. Back upstairs, you guys.
And Catonsville, too, Jamie.
Great job, Jamie.
Great to have you, Jamie. We'll be checking in with him throughout the day. Zach Wiedeck ready to kick it off for Calvert Hall. Calvert Hall won the toss. They deferred, so Loyola will receive. We're just about set. Good day for football, Tom. Temperature around 40. Sun's been peeking out.
A great day, especially after what was going on yesterday. I said, oh, my goodness,
Here
what are
we
they going to
go,
do
right?
with this, all the snow?
Will D'Angelo and Dana Young back deep for the Dons. And this is D'Angelo from the goal line. Up across the 15 to the 20 and down at the 21-yard line. Corey Royster on the stop. And the Dons will have the first possession of the game. 3-7 on the year. They won the Turkey Bowl last year in dramatic style, in overtime. They blocked the Calvert Hall point after and snapped a 4-game losing streak in this series. John Goska is the quarterback. He's number 2. Not the biggest guy. You see the numbers. They don't throw it a ton. Goska's tossed for 7 touchdowns. He's also rushed for 6. To the near side, across the 20, up to the 25-yard line. Biafra Okoronkwo, the junior. And they'll use him a lot kind of in that, they call it the speed position, Tom. He's flanked wide like a wide receiver.
Put him in motion.
Yeah, motions right into the backfield.
And he's at full speed by the time he gets that handoff. That's why he got around the corner and picked up good yardage. Second and 5 to go.
Azende Smith is the running back. Out of the shotgun, quarterback John Zoska, the senior. Straight ahead and no room there. Smith is stacked up. Let's take a look at the Brooks Financial Group starting lineup.
Patrick Brennan, Cathedral of Mariana Queen. Tyler Carey, West Middle. Patrick Eady, Loyola Blakefield Middle School.
Austin Hurdle, Loyola Middle School.
Levon Ward, Sheridan Hall.
Jake Nordhausen, Howfield Station.
Will D'Angelo, Pleasant Hill Nursery School.
Trevor Hennigan, Sheridan Hall. Biafra Okoronkwo, the Lake Elkhorn Middle School.
Azende Smith, Windsor Mill Middle School.
John Goska, St. John the Evangelist.
3rd and 5. Wide around the left end, and looks like it's good for a first down. Biafra Okoronkwo, the junior. Now, he's the fastest guy on the team. Donald Davis, the head coach, says, yeah, he's on my track team. Donald coaches a track team, too. And you see him trying to use that speed outside.
Well, he got around again. He goes in motion. And most of the time, the quarterback either keeps the ball or he hands it off. So the defense has got to be very ready for this kind of sweep.
Ball up at the 34-yard line. Opening drive of the game. No score. Just underway. The 95th Turkey Bowl. Scott Garceau, Tom Maddie, and Jamie Costello with you from M&T Bank. Hand off this time inside to the fullback, Trevor Hennigan. Short gain up across the 35. Let's take a look at the Brooks Financial Group starting defensive lineup.
Jeff Wheaton, Dead Park Middle.
David Biggers, Middle River Middle School.
Luke Hickey,
Hereford Middle School.
Riley Miller, Immaculate Heart of Mary.
Jair Dorsey, Cambridge Middle School. McGuire Hayes, Cambridge Middle School.
Nick Booker, Mecca Middle. Deontay Austin, Cardinal Shan Middle School.
Brian Moran, Old Court Middle.
Jay Linton, Pine Grove Middle.
Nigel Hill, St. Ignatius Academy.
Goska on the keeper, gets across the 40, and Tyshon Fogg, the sophomore, 6'2", 210, big hit for the Calvert Hall defense. Fogg's a guy, just a sophomore, but his coach Donald Davis says he is a BCS player. He's got a bright future.
Yes, he does, and that was a great tackle. That was hard hitting out there.
Whoa. And Goska, not the biggest guy, the quarterback, 5'11", 175 pounds, the senior. From the 41, third down and about 3. Goska looking to throw the first pass of the game. Got a man open. It's complete at the 45 and down to the 43-yard line. It's the fullback, Trevor Hannigan, who slipped to the far side. Goska delivered. First down, Dons, a pickup of 16 yards.
And what it is basically an arrow takeoff where the back coming out of the backfield goes over to the sideline. Watch here. Goes over the sideline, turns up, and it's a perfect throw in between both defenders.
Now over the linebacker and in front of the safety, right? Yeah. You ran that pattern a couple times, Mr. Matty.
I stayed alive with that one.
Goska hands off across the 40, fighting for yardage down around the 37. It's Michael Bell.
Again, picks up 5 yards on the play here, Scott. Good hard running, and again, the tackling came up on that one, did a good job.
Bell, a 5'10", 150-pound junior. A little jet action into the backfield again. We'll see that play a lot. We said Loyola doesn't throw the ball a ton. They've averaged about 13 to 14 passes a game. Good drive here for the Dons.
Sustained drive, boy.
Goska in the shotgun. Coming straight ahead, good room. Down just inside the 30 is Azande Smith. The sophomore's got a first down.
Picked up about 8 yards on that one, Scott. And again, they're really using a lot of misdirection, using that motion coming around the backside, which you've got to respect. But that time, the offensive line opened a big hole right up the middle.
From the 30-yard line, it's first down and 10, Loyola. No score, first quarter, opening drive of the game. This is the 9th play of the drive, started on their own 20. Goska looking to throw the slant over the middle, incomplete. Defender got his hand on it. And it'll be second down and 10 on the coverage. That's Deontay Austin. We talked about him, Tom, in our pregame setup. Headed to Wake Forest to play his college football.
And a good athlete, and to be able to get a scholarship this early is great. And he's got the speed to the outside. Came in there, closed that off real quick.
Fastest player on the team, according to Coach Donald Davis. Second and 10 for the Dons. There's some room on the left side, inside the 20. Down to the 18-yard line is Okoronkwo.
And again, using that motion, coming down, gets the first down. There is a flag on the play.
So the pickup of 10, but let's see if this will stand.
Dead ball, personal foul on Loyola.
Larry Yoakum, our referee, so that one's coming back.
It looked like a clip. So I think the signal was. "15-yard penalty, Scott." That's
yeah, that gets him back to the 38-yard line.
I'll tell you, this has been a good sustained drive.
Don't have any scoreboards working here, so it's first and about, let's see, the ball back at the 38. They need to get down to the 28-yard line. 18 yards for a first down. The officials huddling up. Here's Larry Yoakum.
We got a dead ball foul, personal foul, late hit against 63 White.
Well, I don't know why they walked up. Now they're coming back. The penalty penalty call was against Austin Hurdle for the late hit. Now the ball is marked at the 33-yard line. Guess it was downfield, spot of the foul.
Yeah. I don't know. They're moving the yard marker, so I don't know why they moved those.
Right now it looks like first down and 10 from the 33. It's a reverse handoff. Not a lot of room, but trying to make something out of this is Will D'Angelo.
Will D'Angelo running real hard. Double reverse on that.
Yeah, Kenny Lewis got it initially,
yeah,
and then handed it to D'Angelo, but a good job. Calvert Hall maintained the edge.
Yes, they did. Here's a replay on it. You'll see the first handoff coming around, get him back, coming back. He cuts to the inside, and just a good tackle, almost a good tackle.
And McGuire Hayes is the guy that kept that from going outside, so a good defensive play by the Calvert Hall linebacker. Second and about 5. Handoff, and big hit at about the 27-yard line. There's some popping going on, Tom.
Yes, there is. I mean, this is solid hitting, Scotty.
Isaiah Hayes was the ball carrier, 160-pound junior. Listen to this last hit.
Yeah.
A loud one.
Oh, wow.
Ouch.
Ouch, that would hurt me up here. Brings back some bad memories.
Good morning. Happy Thanksgiving, right? Third and about 4. Kraska in the gun, keeps it, and he doesn't get there. Short gain on the play. Nick Booker, the linebacker, made the stop for the Cardinals.
This will be an interesting call, Scott. It'll be a 4th down situation, and about 3 yards to go.
Yeah, a little long for a field goal. Both coaches said about 40 yards, 38 yards would be their limit on field goal attempts. 14th play of the drive for Loyola. 6 minutes left, clock running. There you see head coach Brad Hall.
We'll have an early turkey day. They keep doing this.
4th down, Azende Smith is the running back. Goska in the shotgun, looking to throw. Fires over the middle, incomplete. And Calvert Hall will take over on downs. Will D'Angelo, the intended receiver. Little slant over the middle, but pretty good coverage.
Pretty good coverage is right, but it was a strong throw over the middle.
Well, Tom, no points, but a pretty impressive opening drive, but the Calvert Hall defense buckled down in the end. We'll return to M&T Bank Stadium. No score. It's the 95th Turkey Bowl between Calvert Hall and Loyola. There you see part of the crowd here at M&T Bank Stadium. That's the Calvert Hall side. And Tom, one of the keys for Loyola was move the chains, right?
Move the chains, and they had 14 plays, 53 yards, ate up 6 minutes and 17 seconds off the clock. Scott, that is a good sustained drive. They kept the ball moving, mixed the plays up, used a lot of the reverses and switches around, kept them going.
Now we get our first look at the Calvert Hall offense. Kenji Bihar, the quarterback. He'll throw it over 1,600 passing yards. T.J. Massey does the bulk of the ball carrying. He's set up a lone setback. In the handoff to Massey, penalty marker down, and we got a false start, I think. No, offside against Loyola.
Got a dead ball foul, encroachment against the defense. 5 yards, still first down.
It'll be 1st and 5 for the Cardinals. Again, the numbers, Kenji Bihar, he's completed 68% of his passes.
That's really phenomenal for high school.
14 touchdowns, only 4 interceptions. And then Massey, he does the bulk of the rushing. 871 rushing yards. He's averaged 6.9 yards a carry, and he's got 8 touchdowns.
And, you know, he's only 5'7", but he weighs 190 pounds, so he's got to have some speed behind him.
Cager and Scroggins are the wideouts. Bihar under center. He hands it off to Massey. Finds some room on the right side. He's about a yard short of the first down. Let's take a look at the Brooks Financial Group starting lineups.
Joe Sedano, the Immaculate Conception School.
Anthony Terabasi, Immaculate Heart of Mary.
Drew Devaney, Hartford Day School.
Nolan Bennett, Lock Raven Middle School.
Marcellus Harrison, Parkville Middle School.
Owen Reese, North Hartford Middle School.
Lawrence Cager, Roland Park Elementary Middle School.
Morgan Scroggins, Stadium School.
TJ Massey, Boys Latin Middle School.
Ben Oliver, Bellard Middle School.
Kenji Bihar, Lock Raven Middle School.
Second and about a yard. Fake to Massey. Bahar wants to throw far sideline on the money, complete for the first down. Morgan Scroggins on the catch, his 57th of the season. Came in with 432 yards and 3 touchdowns. He's a 5'11", 185-pound junior.
Bahar here again, that height that he has, 6'3", 170, but you could see the strength of his arm getting that ball out to the sideline, Scott. That was a great throw.
They listed him on the program as 6'3", 150. I said he's not that thin. He's actually 6'3", 170.
Yeah.
Massey and Oliver in the eye. Oliver, the up back. He's the fullback. On 1st and 10. A handoff and not much room for Massey. Good job by the Loyola defense. Center the defense in there to stop him. Let's take a look at the Brooks Financial Group defense for Loyola.
Jake Nordhausen, Highfield Station.
Tyler Kersey, West Middle.
Austin Hurdle, Loyola Middle School.
Dominic Clark, St. Margaret's Middle School.
Ben Evans, St. John's.
Darren Seward, Sheridan Hall.
Ryan Gallagher, St. Louis School.
Michael Bell, the Unself Middle School.
Kenneth Lewis Jr., Subbrook Magnet Middle School.
Dana Young, St. Ignatius.
Rick Nickel, the Sheridan Hall.
Massey stacked up at the line of scrimmage. He didn't need much, and he didn't get much. Let's see where they mark it.
He needs a lot. He needs 11 yards.
Oh, I'm looking at the start.
Yeah, I know you are.
Right. It was a first down on the previous pass. Nice job, Loyola. They stacked up Massey right at the line of scrimmage.
And again, Scott, you take a look at the intensity on this and the hard hitting that both these teams have had so far in both these drives. It's been tough.
3 wide receivers to the right side as Bahar lines up in the shotgun. Scroggins, Cager, and Austin all to the right. Looking right now, Bahar starts to run, and he's tripped up. Short gain, just got beyond the line of scrimmage up near the 49-yard line. Dom Clark with the tackle. He's a 6'4", 210-pound sophomore.
And on comes the punting team. Good defense.
Zach Wiedek into punt. He's averaged 33.5 yards to kick. He also handles the kickoffs for Calvert Hall. Will D'Angelo back deep. There's number 6 for the Dons. What's happening here? We got a timeout.
Timeout, White.
So the clock stopped. 2:32 to play in the first quarter. No score. It's the 95th Turkey Bowl from M&T Bank Stadium. Congratulations to 100 lucky folks who received gift cards from Poor Boy Sports in our fan giveaway. Poor Boy Sports is Baltimore's official Orioles and Ravens apparel headquarters with locations in Dundalk, Parkville, Abingdon, and the newest location in Glen Burnie. Wiedek to punt. Ooh, look out. Slow snap. Do they get a piece of it? Short kick. Hits around the 35-yard line and bounces forward to about the 38.
Wow, I don't know how he got that off.
Only 13 yards on the punt. That was Jake Nordhausen, the hero of last year's game, who blocked the extra point, who put pressure on right there.
Yeah.
High snap, kind of floating back there. There comes Nordhausen. I don't know if he got it or not, but he was all over the punter. Big pressure. We're back right after this. Jake Nordhausen won the game blocking a point after an overtime last year. I'm not sure how he missed this, but it just did get by him. It's only a 13-yard punt because of that pressure, but if he blocks it, who knows? It might have been a touchdown.
And let me tell you, he could have called roughing the kicker on that because he did not touch the ball and he did hit the kicker.
Jamie, let's go down to the sidelines.
All right, as you watch the play, Brother John, his first ever Turkey Bowl as president of Calvert Hall. What do you think so far?
So far, we haven't scored yet. I hope we score in our next drive. This is a wonderful tradition between two great schools. Obviously, I'm a bit biased on who I want to see win today, but it's great to be here. It's great in this atmosphere. I appreciate you guys covering the game. It's just great for all of us.
Brother John, as the new president of Calvert Hall, you got to shake about 10,000 hands here today.
I do. I hope in victory, but it's just great. Our alumni come out. Our students come out. Both schools, it's just a wonderful way to start Thanksgiving.
Brother John, happy Thanksgiving. Back upstairs.
All right, James, it's 2nd down and 6, 4 yards on the Goska keeper. Now he throws to the far side. It's complete. And up just shy of the 50-yard line is Will D'Angelo.
And a good throw to the outside. A quick hitch on it and picks up 7 yards and a first down on the play.
Key there, get it out in a hurry, right, Tom?
Yeah, D'Angelo pulling it in right away, taking that step back from the line of scrimmage, Scott. A lot of pro teams do that. A lot of college teams do. And try to get those offensive linemen out in front of them to give them blocks.
1st and 10. Dons on their own 49. No score. First quarter. The 95th Turkey Bowl at M&T Bank Stadium. Across the 50 to the 49. Azande Smith, the sophomore.
And again on that play, the outside receiver comes down, Scott. He was smart. He didn't throw a block because if it hit him in the back, it would have been a clip.
Two yards on the gain, 2nd down and 8. Brand Hall has to like the way his team has possessed the ball here in the first quarter. Brand Hall, the head coach, former quarterback at Loyola back in the late 90s. Goska, a little screen pass near side, 45, 40, all the way down to the 35-yard line. It's Azande Smith. Well set up and a good gain for Loyola.
And a great setup. He had everything going to the left on that. Watch this. Everything goes to the left, and he comes back and he dumps it off to Smith, and he picks up 13 yards on the play and gives him another first down. A lot of deception. He's really mixing it up.
30 seconds left, first quarter. This is Okoronkwo. And a flag down.
Looks like a holding penalty. Again, we said don't make the stupid mistakes. Those are stupid mistakes.
Well, I'm not sure I agree with you on that. They're mistakes.
Yeah.
I think the stupid mistakes are when you hit a guy 5 yards out of bounds.
You're right. Okay.
Or you take a cheap shot at somebody.
Yeah,
those were the things, as far as the emotion of the game.
Yeah.
Holding's part of the game.
Got a block in the back against the white. Still going to be first down.
All right, block in the back.
10-yard penalty.
But you're right, you don't want to stop your drives. And Loyola's had a very good quarter. They've sustained the football.
They have really, they've surprised me because I didn't think they had that good of a running game to start with. But, boy, they're really doing a great job here. And then he's mixing the pass in really in key times, Scott.
Loyola better get him in the first two quarters because you know what, Tom? I looked at this number. I thought maybe it was a mistake, and I looked at it again. Loyola is scoreless in the third quarter this year. They've been outscored 83-0. They haven't scored a point all season long in the third quarter.
Wow.
And they've been very competitive in the first, second, and fourth quarter, but not in the third.
Not in the third.
First quarter is over. We're scoreless. Loyola has the football. It's the 95th Turkey Bowl. Scott Garceau, Tom Matte, Jamie Costello, and our gang wishing you a happy Thanksgiving. Here's our Kelly and Associates Insurance Group stats, and Tom, Loyola had the ball just about the entire quarter.
No question about it. They had 60 yards rushing, passing yards 36 total. It's 96-17. I think that they've only had 6 plays. Calvert Hall's only had 6 plays in the first quarter. That's unbelievable.
Today's live streaming on ABC2News.com and ABC2 apps is brought to you by Loyola Blakefield. Loyola in the white jerseys. They have the football right now. First and long after the penalty. Goska throwing downfield, and it's incomplete. The ball a little behind his tight end, Jake Nordhausen.
And again, a good throw down there, just a little behind him. Receiver was wide open on it, but couldn't get it there to him.
Nordhausen, two-way player, plays defensive end for the Dons.
Good-sized kid, 6'4", 210, 215, somewhere in there.
He's an All-American wrestler, too, and he's headed for Army, where he will play lacrosse.
Yeah.
So he's made a commitment to our country. He'll be a cadet. He'll never forget what happened last year on Thanksgiving when he blocked the extra point in overtime to give his Dons. He said that's the highlight of his sports career. Goska in the gun. Look out, scrambling around a little bit, buys some time, throws near sideline, and it's incomplete. Will D'Angelo, the intended receiver.
And again, he's scrambling back there, kept the ball alive, and the receivers have got to make adjustments. They've got to either get downfield, come back to him, give him a target to throw it to. Third down and a long yardage on this one. About
17. Yeah. 3rd and 17. No score. Just started the second quarter here. Loyola 2 for 3 on 3rd down attempts. Goska will try to convert a tough one here. 3rd and 17. Has some time, throws, and he's caught down near the 29-yard line. Will D'Angelo, and it looks like he may have got injured on that play. Slow to get up.
I think it might be his knee.
Yeah, kind of an awkward position as he caught the football just the way he was twisting. Pickup of 14 on the play. Here's what it did, Tom. You got 17. Here's the play again, and you see how he kind of gets caught up on that turf.
Yep.
Let's go down to the field with our partner, Jamie Costello.
All right, we got a great story here. This is Larry here, who's sitting in the front row, and Larry has only missed 2 turkey bowls in his life. The day he got married and the day he went to war. Larry, you didn't go to war, but you went to the military. Larry, you haven't missed it all. What's it like? Front row seats here today, boss.
Well, it's a great birthday present. I didn't expect this. I attribute it to my daughter and my son-in-law for arranging this.
That's right. Now stand up. Watch this. You see this coat? This coat means something that he just got. Larry, tell me about that jacket.
Calvert Hall awarded my 62 team and the 63 team gold jackets for winning the Catholic League championship.
And on 4th down, Goska on the keeper, right up the middle.
And the old quarterback draw, Scotty, comes back there, looks like he's going to throw the football. Watch him step up here on this one. He drops back in the pocket. And boom, he steps right back up.
That's a play Tom Maddy made famous around 1965, I think, right? The old quarterback draw.
You got it. It was the best offensive play I had.
Jeff Moran in the backfield. Goska throws it out to the right side. And no room there as Moran tried to cut it back toward the middle, and he just ran into red jerseys. Loss of 3 on the play.
And just good, solid defense by Calvert Hall on that one. Just read the play perfectly, came up and made a solid tackle.
Brandon Wade there on the cutback waiting for him. Okoronkwo checks in to the huddle for the Dons. 2nd down and about 13. No score, second quarter. Loyola has owned the football. They just don't have any points to show for it. Goska on the keeper, right into the heart of the defense, down near the 25-yard line.
Picks up only a couple on that one. Again, faking that sweep going around the outside, and they have been very effective with that sweep.
But here's the thing, Tom. You're looking at about a 3rd and 10 now. Sure, you'd like to get the first down, but if you can get 6 or 7 even, you're probably in that 4-down territory. Make that 4th down manageable,
yes,
right?
You can.
You don't want to have a -2 here or a yard gain. Then you're looking at 4th and long.
That's exactly what they're going to try to do here. They're trying to get at least half of it so they have a good shot at it.
Goska with it in the pocket. Here comes the blitz. Gets it off and completed. Penalty markers down. Michael Bell on the reception. You got a Calvert Hall player that's a little slow getting up, his helmet off. That's Riley Miller. Pretty crowded in the middle of that thing. Goska did a good job to get the football off, Tom. There was a untouched
we have
blitzer.
A face mask against red, 5 yards.
Automatic. I don't know if it's an automatic first down.
Well, you said it was.
I said it was, but that's the pros. I got to revert. Well, let's see if we can see that on a replay here.
Watch the blitzer, Tom. Nobody touched him. And Goska, good read by him to get that pass off. McGuire Hayes was coming untouched.
How he got it off was amazing all by itself. And this one,
good recognition, yeah.
Yes, he felt that pressure and dumps the ball off. There's where the guy got hit in the head, boy.
All right, we'll take a timeout. Loyola driving, scoreless in the second quarter. proud of the Hall, right? And they're proud of their Dons over on the other side of the field.
You got it.
Nice crowd, sun's out. It's a beautiful Thanksgiving day.
And I'll tell you, after yesterday's crazy weather, to see this come about, we're really fortunate.
We got 3rd and 6, Loyola inside the Calvert Hall 20. Goska in the gun. They're running straight ahead. The fullback inside the 15, down near the 11.
Scott, that was
Zonde Smith.
That was just good, hard running on that play. Good blocking at the point of attack, and you watch off the right-hand side on there, picks up 10 yards on the play, and Smith really just runs them over.
Yeah, he broke some tackles, made some moves. Smith, 5'8", 170-pound sophomore, so Brant Hall will have a couple more years of that. Smith, 4 carries, 19 yards. They're in the Mercy High School red zone. 1st down and 10. Up the middle with some room, spinning out of the tackle, still up. Marcellus Brown is in for the touchdown. 11 yards on the score, and there's another determined run.
Yes, it was, and the blocking up front on this is fantastic. Again, he's the man coming in motion, coming around the backside here, and he just gets up there, and that whole offensive line keeps those legs driving, and watch how he gets into the end zone.
Tom, they're bigger guys on the field, but pretty big heart on that run. Marcellus Brown, 5'6", 145 pounds.
And he kept those legs driving, and that big offensive line just kept pushing.
Gavin Rowley on for the extra point. Rowley, a junior. 2 or 3 on field goals. He's kicked 14-point afters this year. And you don't take the point after for granted. Check it out. They might be going for 2 now as they shift out of kick formation. Jake Barwick lined up as the quarterback. Student body right. Barwick fires. It's complete for the 2-point conversion. John Staub snuck out. How about that play, Tom?
I'll be done.
Student body right, and then you go back the other way to the weak side, and Staub was open. Jake Barwick, the punter.
And the coach told us when we had their interviews with him this week, he says we're going to be able to go for the 2-pointer here.
Let's take another look again. They motion everybody to the right side, and Barwick, the holder, turns into the quarterback, and watch Staub on the right side of your screen. He's going to sneak out for the score. Oh, it's the center actually, right?
Yeah. I guess he's eligible because everybody was on the other side. That's a trick play.
Yeah, the center is eligible. Student body right. So, yeah, Brant Hall going to win this bag of tricks. Loyola up 8-0. Let's take a look at this Towson Sports Medicine scoring drive. It was a good one. 5 minutes and 49 seconds, Tom.
8 plays, 62 yards, 5:49 off the clock. And again, they're eating the clock up here today.
Marcellus Brown on the 11-yard touchdown, and then some razzle-dazzle. Saved this one for the Turkey Bowl. Probably had that one in the book for months, but busted it out today. The 2-point conversion. Barwick to Staub.
A lot of trickery on that one.
What do we have here? A little pooch kick. And it's handled by the Cardinals. And running it up across the 45 is Burt Watson.
Pooch? Jeez. Yeah. But they've given up good field position with that pooch kick. No question.
Only the second possession of the game now for Calvert Hall as Loyola has dominated time of possession here in the early going of this one. Again, some drama the last 2 Turkey Bowls. Last year, Loyola wins in overtime. Jake Nordhausen blocks a point after. 2 years ago, Calvert Hall hits an 83-yard touchdown pass with just over a minute left to win that game 21-14. Kenji Bahar is the quarterback under center. Pitches it out to Massey. Penetration, and down he goes. Jake Nordhausen. We just talked about him winning last year's game. That was a winning play for the defensive end as he dropped Massey for a 5-yard loss.
Nordhausen, great size on him. Got great range, 6'4", 210. I mean, he just reached out there, took that first step, got to the outside, said, "You're not getting around me," and he didn't.
He'll be a defenseman for Army's lacrosse team next year. His coach tells us he's the best pass rusher on the team, and he plays the run pretty good right there. Bahar from the shotgun now. Throws over the middle. It's complete short of midfield at the 49-yard line. Deontay Austin on the catch. Well, one guy we haven't mentioned yet, he's just coming back to the huddle, is number one. Yeah, Lawrence Cager. He's been selected for the U.S. Army All-America Bowl in San Antonio, Texas. He'll play in the Alamo Dome. He'll make recruiting visits to Ohio State and Alabama.
I'd like to see him go to Ohio State, too. This kid's got great size, and he's going to grow into that body. 6'5", 207 right now.
Bahar, now there he is. They finally listened. They listened and got it to him, but he fumbled. Cager fumbles, and Loyola has it. Lawrence Cager, with his first target of the game, made the reception, but lost the handle. It was stripped, and the Dons have possession. It looks at about their own 46-yard line. Michael Bell on the recovery. Let's take a look.
Let's take a look at this, because it's good reception. And this is the guy you have to be wary of, because once he gets his hand on the ball, he usually takes off. This time they come in, make a good tackle, come in, carrying the ball too loose out there, and it's knocked out of his hands. And the recovery is right there. Watch how the ball is knocked right out. Boom.
18 made the hit. That's
24 had the recovery.
Yeah. Don't see an 18 down there, but a nice defensive play. Loyola has the ball after the first turnover of the day. Our Kelly & Associates Insurance Group play of the half, Tom. It's the only touchdown of the half so far. Marcellus Brown.
Good running, good spin out, a whole ball of wax, plus initial drive by that offensive line kept him going. That was just a great play.
And I think he was happy to do that.
Just a little.
So Loyola with the football after the turnover. And Goska on the keeper on first down across midfield to about the 48 of Loyola.
Picks up 5 on that play again. Good faking. Riding that back, coming across the backside, keeps the ball and just cuts right off tackle. Picks up 5 yards on the play. Good hard run.
Well, I think this is about, look at that time of possession,
wow.
10.5 to about 4.5. This is about a perfect game plan so far for Brant Hall and the Loyola coaching staff. They wanted to possess the ball, try to keep Calvert Hall off the field, and so far, so good for the Dons. Lost the 45, inside the 40 to the 39. Okoronkwo, the 5'9", 165-pound junior, picked up 8 yards on the play.
And another first down around there. Student body left on that. Just sweep it around, get those guys out in front, and the back breaks off the blocking, cuts back to the inside, gets hit hard, but continues to drive those legs, Scott. As you can see him, the momentum just carries him forward.
Good job by the offensive line for the Dons. Brennan at left tackle, Covey's the guard, Eby the center, Hurdle at right guard, and Ward the right tackle. Brown in motion. Oscar the keeper, good room. Powers his way inside the 35, down near the 33-yard line.
Picks up about 7 yards on the play, and again, he's just faking that reverse coming around to the backside and watching. He just goes right back up the middle. Again, you'll see it here. He comes out there, just does a little circle route. A tutu.
I think if you did that, you would have sprained both ankles if you tried that move.
No question.
John Goska, you know, they say he's limited. Doesn't have a big arm. He's not the biggest guy, but he is a leader, and he really runs that offense well. Smith's the running back. 9-1 on first down. Wow. This is Smith with it. Good room inside the 30-25. He's up right there.
And another first down. Good blocking at the point of attack. Jake Nordhausen again getting a great block on that one. Watch on this replay how it happens.
How about Nordhausen? He's winning football games. He's making blocks. He's blocking kicks. He almost blocked a punt in this one. He's going to Army to play lacrosse. He's an All-American wrestler.
I think he's a pretty good athlete. A name like that has got to be a Scandinavian, don't you think? Nordhausen.
Play for the Vikings, right?
Yeah, play for the Vikings.
5.5 minutes to play first half. Loyola up 8-0. Oscar hands it off. Nothing going that time. Okoronkwo had no running room. took the handoff, and the Cardinals were waiting for him.
And number 22 comes in there. He really does a good
Hayes,
job.
yeah.
Hayes comes up there. And if you want to see a perfect tackle, that's exactly how you do it. You wrap him up, and you get him right around the legs. Good, solid tackle.
Not a lot of that going on anywhere anymore, right, guys?
You're
You want to hit hard, but you don't see a lot of guys wrapping
them up.
Yep. Loss of a yard, 2nd down and 11. Loyola from the Calvert Hall 25. Goska right up the middle and got a couple of yards before he got collared.
I mean, there's some strong hitting out there, Scotty. These kids they're not holding back today. You know, this rivalry is so tough. And on this replay, watch
Jair Dorsey here, the middle linebacker.
Yeah, comes right up there. I mean, just really drives through and pushes him back. Good, solid tackle.
Goska now 8 carries for 32 yards. On the year, he's rushed for 241 yards, but that's in 106 carries. So has only 2.3 yards a carry, but he does have 6 touchdowns. 3rd and 8. Goska with time. Got a man open in the flat. It's complete. 15, 10, 5, and touchdown.
Oh,
Azande Smith in for the score, and Loyola now leads 14-0.
And he's out there all by himself, no coverage at all. 23 yards on the play, does a great job. Smith watch him just get around, goes in motion. Quarterback reads it perfectly. Watch him, he just dumps it out there. There's nobody out there for coverage.
Did you notice he kind of looked down the middle too? He knew he was going out in the flat, but tried to look off the defense. Goska does a lot of little things that makes him a very good quarterback.
Very good quarterback. Here we go again.
Student body left this time. Remember, the center caught it for 2 the last time. Now they shift back into a normal formation. Gavin Raleigh on to boot the extra point. Raleigh with 14 point-after kicks this year. And this one's good. So the conventional point-after this time. Take another look at the score, Tom.
Yep.
Watch Goska kind of look down the middle a little bit. You just saw him smiling on the side and put it right there in front of him.
Put him right out there in the front. Oof.
And Smith does the rest of the work. He's in for the score. Well, I guess it's about a somewhat of an upset. I mean, Loyola came in 3-7, but they've got off to a great start here in the first half.
Boy, they sure have.
And now Calvert Hall needs to answer. Remember, they cashed in the turnover there. Started with the fumble. They cashed it in. Let's go down to Jamie.
Well, right across the way, you can see Van Brooks in the wheelchair. It was 10 years ago that Van was in that wheelchair, and what an inspiration he is now to everybody here in Baltimore, giving back. And he just won a major award from Loyola, Men for Others, the first one to win it. And I tell you what, it can't be any better man than that man right there, Van Brooks. Tommy, he's learning how to walk again.
Oh, yeah.
Great story, Van Brooks. An inspiration to everybody at Loyola and so many in our community. Nigel Hill stop up short of the 30-yard line, and now it's time for Loyola to go to, or Calvert Hall to go to work. The Towson Sports Medicine scoring drive. Loyola went 7 plays, 53 yards in 3 minutes and 40 seconds. The touchdown pass from John Goska to his running back, Azande Smith. And just like that, Grant Hall's guys up 15-0 here. So Loyola's kind of been punched in the, or Calvert Hall been punched in the nose a little bit, and now
they've got to rise to the occasion right now, because Loyola's dominating this game right now. No question.
Massey, the running back, he gets the handoff straight ahead. Spins out of 1 tackle, but short gain. Just gets back near the line of scrimmage.
Maybe to the line of scrimmage. That's about it. They've only had, 10 plays so far for 29 yards? I mean, that's Loyola is just dominating the game. Calvert Hall's got to get their act together right now, because they're a much better football team.
Even if they don't score, to drive down the field, use some clock, start to get some flow in their offense, right? Bahar out of the shotgun, 2nd down and 9. Sets, has time, throws near side. Short gain on the play. Morgan Scroggins makes the catch at about the 34-yard line.
Doesn't give him the opportunity to get up. He's down on his knees catching the ball, so you can't go anyplace once you get it. They're coming up with a 3rd and long situation. Again, watch on this replay. It's a throw out outside. It's a long throw to get it to the outside out there, but you've got to give the back or the outside receiver enough to
maintain his feet.
Maintain his feet so he can make a move.
3rd and 5. Donald Davis, Cardinals, a little flat here in the first half. They need a play or two to put a spark into them, and now they have to take a timeout. Bahar stops the clock. 2:32 to play in the first half. There's the quarterback.
Timeout red.
Bran Hall over on the other side. He's got to be thrilled with his Dons here in the first half. Offensively, defensively, they made the plays. They've possessed the ball. They've cashed in with 2 touchdowns. The defense forced a turnover on the fumble from Cager. They turned that into a score. So everything going their way right now.
Well, that's exactly it.
There's Smith who scored that last touchdown.
And a good run, a good solid run on that. But, Calvert Hall's got to come up with some big plays right now and not lose focus on what they have to do to get the ball moving.
Well, Jamie's with a special guy that's got a lot of history in this game. How about it, Jamie?
He's the legend, Augie Maselli here. You started this 95 years ago, didn't you?
I don't know.
You at least kicked off, right? Augie, how you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
Good. What do you think of this game today?
Well, we're down right now. We're going to have a big turn of events at halftime here. They're playing. Loyola's playing very well. We're not doing the right things right now. I hope we get it together the second half.
All right, you're the coach for 1 second. What's the next play, Augie? What would you call it?
Throwing the ball.
You're throwing the ball. There you go. Hey,
3rd down and long yardage.
How'd the Citadel do this year?
Overall, pretty well. Okay. See that? They didn't throw the ball and they got a 1st down.
There you go. Augie Maselli, the great, back upstairs.
Nice piece. Mike Klingeman from the Baltimore Sun on Augie and Joe Bruin, who were a part of this thing for so long.
In fact, my son went to Loyola for a while there.
Yeah,
Roland was there.
You know what? They didn't get the 1st down, Augie. Sorry about that. They came up just about 1.5 yards short, so it's 4th down.
They're going for it.
And they're going for it, yeah.
I think they have to. I really do.
2:20 to play, first half. Bahar under center. There's the 4th down, the 8 of 19. Massey's the running back. Bahar on the keeper, and he's got the 1st down.
Good call.
Yeah, right behind the interior lineman. Tirabassi, Devaney, Bennett. They got some push there, and he followed them for about a 5-yard gain.
And they had some good size up there. They got right in front there. You got Bennett, it's 330 pounds. I mean, he's something could move.
Time becomes a factor now. Clock running under 2 minutes. Calvert Hall would like to get on the board here before the half. Bahar over the middle. This one's complete across midfield down to the 48-yard line. Deontay Austin on the reception. And now
almost picks up 10 yards on the play. Looks just a little, they may have a measurement. No, they're going to call it 2nd down. They got a 2nd and about a 1/2 yard.
Yep. Massey set to the left to quarterback Kenji Bahar. Massey with the handoff. Has the 1st down with the clock running, 1:13 to play in the first half.
And they got to have a hurry-up offense here. They've got to get up to the line of scrimmage and make sure that they get this thing moving.
15-0. Loyola's on top. Calvert Hall scrambling here late in the half, trying to get on the board. 1:05 to play. Bahar rolls to his left. Here comes pressure. He's hit, and the ball's loose. Dom Clark with the big hit. And it looks like Loyola has recovered, but Bahar took a big shot, and he's slow to get up back on his feet. Wow, what a hit. Dom Clark came in off the end. It's a loss of 14 on the play. Watch Clark in this hit.
Watch this hit. He sets up, going to find boom, boy. Got to take another time.
Timeout red.
And they're checking on the condition of Kenji Bahar. He was shaky getting up after taking that big hit. There's the fumble recovery. T.J. Massey hustled over, got on the football, or that could have been worse.
Yes.
So now they're faced with a 2nd and 24. Well, they had a little something going there offensively,
yeah,
Tom.
They sure did. And then all of a sudden, boom, the penetration got in. Loyola's defense made a great play on that one. Comes in and really nails the quarterback.
Clark, just a sophomore, made that big hit. There you see number 87, 6'4", 210-pound sophomore.
Imagine what he's going to be.
It's been a series that goes back to 1920, but there have been a lot of streaks in this, Tom. And you see Loyola had a run there that went to the late 90s, 11 in a row. Calvert Hall, 7 in a row from 78 to 84. So this thing has run in cycles.
Yes.
Loyola,
and it's so competitive, Scott. It just brings out the best in both the schools. And, you play above your ability when you play in these kind of games.
It's a game you'll remember your entire life. Bahar 5 for 5, 37 yards. Throws to the far side, and it's a little too high over the head of Cam Brooks. Cam Brooks 5'9", and that one was, I guess, scheduled for Lawrence Cager, who's 6'5" and is a great high jumper, because that one sailed high. They're the Don fans. They got to be happy. Don's trying to make it 2 in a row. Calvert Hall had won 4 straight before Loyola broke through in overtime last year. 3rd and 24. On the ground, Massey. And little room for him as he gets up to the 41. Dom Clark, who had that big hit, forced the fumble on the tackle again.
And again, they're trying to let this clock run down to the end, and I think that they'll be able to get it in. I would call a timeout if I were.
And they have, I think.
And Loyola has called timeout.
13 seconds left.
Timeout, White.
This will force them into a punt.
Yeah, maybe attack the punter or try to go for a block or something, right? Because
they almost blocked it last time.
Even if you run into them, the penalty's not going to kill you with what time for one more play in the half, right?
Right.
So I would expect the special teams will go to work here. Well, Donald Davis, his Cardinals have struggled here in the first half. He played in the Turkey Bowl in '93. It's full of passion. We met with the coaches the other night, and it's easy to cheer for both of those guys.
Yes,
right?
It is. I mean, they're both great guys and great coaches. And the one thing that they talked about most about was their players and trying to help these kids grow up, get scholarships to go to college and the whole ball of wax.
And they also talked about this isn't just a team game, it's a community game.
Yes.
All the alum come back. It's a big deal for a lot of people. And there's Brant Hall. He played in this game. He was a quarterback from Loyola 95 through 97. He was an All-Met Offensive Player of the Year under Joe Brune with Loyola at that point. Went on to have a great college career where he was a 2-time All-Patriot League quarterback at Lehigh. And we got a whistle. Penalty marker down. Like the back judge, sometimes that's delayed.
We got a substitution foul against the defense. 12 men on the field, 5 yards, still 4th down.
Whoops.
They still got 12.
One too many. Well, one just left.
One just left.
Yeah, Michael Bell just left the field. So now they have 11. So Wydeck to punt with 13 seconds left in the half. Movement up front. Getting a little sloppy now.
Another 5-yard penalty. Just offsides on Loyola.
John Staub.
We got encroachment against the White. 5 yards, still 4th down.
You know what that's about, right?
Yeah.
They're going to block that punt, right?
Darn right.
And with Staub a little anxious.
Well, they get maybe 3 more 5-yard penalties. We'll have a first down.
Kick a field goal or something, right? Calvert Hall taking a timeout.
Timeout red, timeout red.
This could be the longest 13 seconds in the history of football, Tom.
Oh, wow.
Well, they want to make sure they're blocking this thing right? Because the last thing Donald Davis needs is to see his punt get blocked for a touchdown. and then the wheels come off.
You're right there.
We talked about Bran Hall, Donald Davis. These two guys are great friends. He said he told Bran Hall once he got the job, I'm going to take you out to lunch before the stuff starts. Meaning, once you're at Loyola, and
you're
I'm
not my friend anymore.
We're still friends, but people are going to look at us a little different.
Yeah, you're right there.
But he talked about how he reached out to him when he got the job. Now Kenji Bahar is in. They got the quarterback in. Forget the punt team. I guess they feel with 13 seconds left, they'll take a shot.
And I think they're going to be throwing it to number 1 over here on the right side. And there they go.
Bahar with time. Now comes the pressure. Still on the run. Now throws upfield. It's complete and out of bounds. It's Deontay Austin on the catch. He's down to the 19-yard line with 3 seconds left. Now, what do you do, Tom?
I'd try to kick the field goal.
Yeah, they're in range. They're in field goal range. It's a 28-yard gain. Or do you take one shot at the end zone and hope to find magic? No field goal team in. No, wait a minute.
Yes,
They do have the
yes,
field.
it is. They got the field goal team.
And it'll be about a 36-yard attempt. Peter Ferreira, he's converted on 4 of 5 with a long of 42 yards.
Yeah.
He entered the Mercy High School red zone, but a field goal attempt as Calvert Hall tries to get on the board here in what should be the final play of the half. It's a 36-yard attempt. Ferreira, the junior, gets it up, and it's good.
Oh, my.
So they pulled the punt team off, said, let's go for it. Kenji Bahar hits a nice pass to Deontay Austin, and Peter Ferreira makes Calvert Hall feel a lot better getting on the board on the final play of the half.
It could be a game changer right there. It gets them back in focus again now. They're only, they're touchdown or field goal behind. That's it.
So it's 15-3. That 0 on the scoreboard is actually a 3 now.
20 minutes on the clock, 20 minutes.
But that's a little emotional boost for him,
Oh,
right?
yes,
because
absolutely.
not much went well for Calvert Hall in the first half.
Yeah, you take a look at the possession time. That was unbelievable how Loyola controlled that football for almost both quarters. I mean, you really take a look at it, and then for them to come down here, come up with that big pass play at the end there, and the field goal kick. Boom! Great job.
All right, it's our Brooks Financial Group Coach's Corner with Jamie Costello.
All right, here he is, Loyola Don's coach, Coach Hall. Up until the last 4 seconds, you were perfect.
Yeah, that's we're still making too many mistakes. I mean, we got too many penalties. We've killed ourselves on offense a couple drives, but the boys are playing well. That one's on our coaching staff. We can't have 13 guys go on, and we just gave them 10 free yards and gave some big points there. But we'll regroup. We'll go back and come back and play a good second half.
It's like you're playing keep away.
You know what? We're controlling the clock. That's a good thing for us. Keep the chains moving.
One more question. Who called the 2-point conversion?
That's the guru, Bob Wright.
All right. Coach Hall going into the half with the lead of 15-3 over Calvert Hall. Back with more action live from the Brooks Financial Turkey Bowl at M&T Bank Stadium.
The Brooks Financial Group Turkey Bowl, brought to you by Kelly and Associates Insurance Group, representing Kelly Exchange, your individual and family health insurance solution. Visit kellyexchange.com. Charles A. Klein & Sons, serving your plumbing, heating, and air conditioning needs for 39 years. And Poor Boy Sports, Baltimore's official Orioles and Ravens apparel headquarters.
All right, it's halftime here. Calvert Hall trailing 15-3, but they got on the board on the final play of the half. Right now, let's check in with our Rick White, who takes a look at the student athletes that make this Turkey Bowl special.
For those of you watching the Turkey Bowl right now, you know it's a special football game. Here at Calvert Hall, they have a special program of McMullen Scholars working on their capstone project. The McMullen Scholars Program is a very competitive honors and advanced placement study, along with a hands-on approach through field experiences. In their senior year, the capstone experience is an independent project of the program that takes their passion for learning to another level.
Well, my project is a comprehensive research paper on bioengineering. It's actually focused on bioprinting and how it could be used to print actual heart devices that could be implanted into a patient and to help in different problems that they may have.
Their passion may be music.
I am doing a historical study of a type of medieval choral music called organum. And it was a kind of music that originated after chant and sort of served as a transition from medieval music to Renaissance music, but also served as the birth of harmony in Western music.
Or the project can be practical, like airport travel.
My project is related to airport infrastructure in the United States and various factors that cause congestion, traffic patterns over terminal airspace, relation between runway configurations and flight delays, problems that everyone has experienced when flying.
I spent my last 15 years in higher education. I was at LaSalle University in Philadelphia. When I see the projects that these young men are doing and interacting, they rival anything that I see going on at LaSalle currently. I've seen senior capstone projects at LaSalle for a college senior, many of those getting ready to go to graduate school or the business world, that aren't maybe as good sometimes as what you see here. So the depth that our students are engaging in these capstone projects for the McMullen program is amazing, but it also is a recognition of their hard work, the faculty's hard work, and the success that they can achieve.
They do succeed because, along with their research, they're teamed up with highly skilled mentors from the professional and academic world.
The entire program and the McMullen Capstone experience is for students who love learning. It's for students who have a real passion for knowledge. They're not simply interested in grades, but they actually want to learn for the sake of learning so that they might be able to turn around and use their knowledge for the good of society.
And you would expect nothing less from these men of intellect, faith, and integrity.
McGuire Hayes is Calvert Hall's scholar athlete. The senior outside linebacker has been involved with the football program since his freshman year. McGuire has played on the varsity the past 2 years. He has a 4.0 grade point average, is in the National Honor Society. McGuire also is a member of the Latin National Honor Society and a former peer educator. He won the Religion Award his sophomore year and has been involved in many service opportunities, including a trip to Mexico and volunteering at the PAL Center. Congratulations, McGuire Hayes, Calvert Hall's scholar athlete. It's halftime. Loyola on top of Calvert Hall, 15-3. It's the Turkey Bowl. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Time for the Charles A. Klein & Sons halftime highlights. You see some of the hitting, Tom. We saw some passion, right?
We sure did see some passion on it. Again, here we go. That punt's almost blocked on that one.
Yeah, Jake Nordhausen, who won last year's game with a blocked extra point, nearly got that one. And then the first score of the day. On the ground, in for the touchdown was Marcellus Brown. Tough 11-yard run, and then a turnover.
The turnover here. This was the big play of the game right here. This turnover just turned the momentum of the game down. They went down and scored on a touchdown. This pass coming around the outside, coming down there, makes a great move and drives into the end zone.
John Goska, 6 for 10 passing, 8 carries for 32 yards, and a little rally by Calvert Hall. The big pass play here that set up the field goal right before
they
the
got
half.
him back into the game a little bit with that one. That three-point conversion, good kick, good protection. Important play, though. Important play.
Our Kelly and Associates Insurance Group first half stats here, and everything kind of leaning Loyola's way, as you'd expect.
There's no question about it. The rushing yardage, 106 passing yardage. Although, Calvert Hall has 65 yards, but total offense, 176, 79. It's 100 yards difference. Third down conversion, 0 for 4 for Calvert Hall. That's where you got to make them. And the penalties, it's going against Loyola right now. But the turnovers, that big turnover was the factor in this game so far.
Yeah, Brad Hall, the Loyola coach, about all he could be disappointed about in that first half were those penalties. Other than that, Loyola played a very good first half.
Excellent.
Back with the second half coming up. Loyola's on top. They lead the 95th Turkey Bowl 15-3 at the half. Loyola fans, they're a little happier than the ones in Cardinal Red over here on this side. And we'd like to welcome Tom. This stuff isn't possible without sponsors stepping up and making this thing go. And joining us right now, Paul Brooks, Vice President of our title sponsor, Brooks Financial Group. Paul, I'll say how you doing. First, I'll say happy Thanksgiving, but you're probably not thrilled with the first half, right?
Happy Thanksgiving to you guys. Great to be back here last year at Towson when we did the deal. And no, it's not the outcome as a alumni of Calvert Hall want to see right now. But we do have another whole half to play, and we're good to go there. So. Yep. Hopefully that momentum in the last few seconds, carries over.
Carries over is right.
And we got a great day after what we were looking at yesterday with the snow flying, right?
I agree. Correct.
You talk about the heritage in your family. We touched on this last year. I mean, you guys go back to the beginning of the Turkey Bowl, right, in your family?
Yeah. We're 95 years this year, right? And my granddad played in the very first Turkey Bowl, was a quarterback.
That's awesome.
Threw the first touchdown pass ever in the Turkey Bowl back in the 1920. Right? Correct.
I know we talked about this before.
I think Tom Manny played against him.
Yeah, I probably played against him. He's about my vintage.
Oh, look at we got the picture up here.
Yeah. Oh my goodness! Look at that.
I'll point him out.
Where is he?
Is
he front row?
He was holding the. This is a different picture. There's a different picture.
Okay.
Did you guys see the article that was done in the? I can't remember who did it, but they did the whole legacy and the tradition of the Turkey Bowl, and they went from the first up until basically 3 years ago, and talked about some of the highlights and some of the key players. It was a wonderful, wonderful piece.
And
but they did
nice
post
piece the Sun did yesterday too, talking about Joe Brune and Augie Maselli and their history in this game. But I don't think unless you're a part of the communities of Loyola and Calvert Hall, we all know it's a big deal, but unless you're in that community, you understand really what this means and how it brings people together.
You mentioned before about the community, and to us at Brooks Financial Group, and actually, we've created a Brooks Financial Group Community Foundation, which our whole mission is nothing but servant leadership and giving back to those within our community. And what epitomizes that is I love this time of year because, you have your Calvert Hall and Loyola rivalries that went back and we played them on the field. But, for example, last night the Calvert Hall guys and Loyola guys get together and we hang out and have a few pops and talk about the good old times, and then we separate, and they'll go to their homecoming, and we go to ours. But we're lifelong friends and love the rivalry.
And it's amazing because living here, moving from the Midwest in here, just to see the camaraderie, even though it's competitive, it's still the camaraderie.
Well, you got to talk some smack back there. That's part of the deal, right?
Yeah, you got to stick the needle in.
And it carries over in our case to the golf course a lot too. Yeah. So we're all playing together, and there's little Turkey Bowl golf tournaments going on, and it is truly one of the magnificent things that we love and think that's really awesome about the whole tradition.
Now, Paul, we got your team picture up now. We saw your granddad. What was your year? Oh, there you are.
No, that's Michael. That's
Michael. We got Michael
class
up there.
Of '79 in his younger days.
Yeah.
I was so I played for Augie. You guys talked about Augie. I played for Mr. Aug for many years, and I actually played with his son Augie. So from the 80 to 82 season, so 81, 82, we did very well. We were at the time we had the MSA.
Yes. That's when I first started doing the games in the early 80s.
Do you know? And I shared with this last year off air was that I have a picture. You just moved in here in 80.
I came to 80. Yeah. So my first Turkey Bowl
was the 81
that year.
Was that 80, season? Yeah. And I have a picture somewhere floating around where I'm on the sideline, and a friend of my dad's takes a picture, and behind it is you giving another buddy of mine, Carl Eppel, an interview.
Okay.
At Memorial Stadium.
Yeah.
That's where we played.
Sure.
And
that's where you played.
That's where you played.
And it's been interesting. These seniors, we were talking about this earlier. These seniors now have played, if they were here as freshmen, played 2 games at M&T and 2 at Towson because we flip-flop because the Ravens have had a couple of Thanksgiving games the last. And I obviously this is a great atmosphere. The kids can play on the field, the NFL stars do. But the Towson atmosphere is nice, too. It's a little cozier, and the stadium's full.
Yeah, and I was talking last night with a few guys that that's what they liked actually about Towson is it just looks like it's a full
stadium full of people.
Yeah.
Because this is so massive. They got 70-some thousand seats here.
Well,
and, we probably got 10,000 people here. But it looks like a small crowd, but it's really a good crowd.
It's just spaced out. And then I noticed earlier there's a lot of suites being utilized this year, so a lot of people are up there too. So
that's great.
Paul, thanks so much for your participation, and best to you and the family. Enjoy this holiday weekend.
And your sponsorship is so important to make this thing happen. If the sponsors don't step up, babes, let me tell you one thing, it doesn't happen, and we thank you.
Well, we're happy to do it, and we wouldn't be doing it for any other thing than a great tradition legacy in this community. It's all about the community.
And it can't be any better than this.
No,
let's go down to Jamie with our Financial Group Coaches Corner.
All right, Scotty, we're down here with Donald Davis. Something to build upon, right?
Certainly. I mean, over the course of the half, I think we certainly did some things on offense, defense, and special teams that helped us, and some things put us in some tough spots.
Tell me about that fourth and long. You went for it. You had no choice at the end of the half.
Well, there's an opportunity there, and I'm confident in our kids. I think if we have an opportunity, we try to seize the moment.
Just a couple of plays, keep it going your way.
Well, right now what we got to do is come out in the second half, take care of the football, establish some field position, play solid on offense, control the field position on special teams, and become a little more stout on D in the second half, and we'll be fine.
All right, let's get that second half rolling. Thank you, Coach Davis. Calvert Hall down 15-3 on the Brooks Financial Turkey Bowl here on ABC2.
Group Turkey Bowl, brought to you by Kelly and Associates Insurance Group, representing Kelly Exchange, your individual and family health insurance solution. Visit kellyexchange.com. Charles A. Klein & Sons, serving your plumbing, heating, and air conditioning needs for 39 years. And Poor Boys Sports, Baltimore's official Orioles and Ravens apparel headquarters.
Today's live streaming on ABC2News.com and ABC2 apps is brought to you by Loyola Blakefield. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Scott Garceau, Tom Maddie, Jamie Costello, and our entire crew. We're here about 4 o'clock this morning getting this baby rolling,
having
right?
some fun.
They got an early wake-up call to start their Thanksgiving. We appreciate all they do to bring you the pictures and sound here.
And they got a great crew to work with, Scotty. It's fun to work with these guys, and we just bringing back such a tradition of football with these two high schools has been great.
Adam Duber will kick off to start the second half. Nigel Hill back deep for the Cardinals. 15-3. Left foot's a line drive. It's going to jump out of bounds. So Calvert Hall will have good field position to start this second half. Loyola said they've had trouble all year with kickoffs. They had trouble in the return game, some big returns against them. So they just say we kind of just slam it down there, pooch it, roll it.
Kick it. They tried to pooch kick and a home ball walk. That one's out. They bring it back up, I think, to the 35-yard line, don't they?
Yep, 1st and 10 from the 35.
35, yep. Gives them good field position.
So now it's up to the guys up front, Kenji Bahar, get the running game going a little bit, but you would think Lawrence Cager's the best athlete on the field, Tom. Number one.
You got to get him the ball. You got to get him the ball.
Put it in his hands. He can run. He's 6'5", tough to defend. Now, Kenny Lewis is the cornerback on him today. Lewis, terrific basketball player. He's 6 feet, 160 pounds. On the ground on the opening play of the half, and with some running room is Deontay Austin, cross midfield, 40, and finally forced out down near the 35-yard line. Kenny Lewis ran him out, and that's the way Calvert Hall wanted to start this second half.
And great play on this one. He picks up 25 yards on it. And again, here's the replay on it. Coming across, breaks to the outside, makes a great move there. Good block by the outside receiver, and just breaks to the outside, gets down the sideline, picks up 30 yards.
Austin, a senior, puts a spark into the Calvert Hall offense. They've got it on the Loyola 40, 1st down and 10. Massey, the setback. To the left, the quarterback, Kenji Bahar, sets up in the shotgun. Massey with the handoff. Got 5 yards down to the 35-yard line, running behind the right side of the offensive line. Nolan Bennett, the right guard. Marcellus Harrison at right tackle. Drew Devaney, the center.
He gets hurt on this one a little bit. Watch what happens. Comes back to the inside. Good cutback. Comes down. Somebody lands on his knee, it looks like.
Ben Evans on the tackle, the captain, 2-year captain, weak side linebacker for the Dons. So Timothy Smith in, the sophomore running back. Bahar across the field, completes it to Cager. Cager inside the 30, down around the 27-yard line. Kenny Lewis on the stop.
And if Calvert Hall wants to get back in the game, they've got to get that ball out to Cager. Watch him. He's a big receiver, probably the best athlete that's on the field right out there right now.
Trying to get a play in. TJ Massey also getting some attention here on the bench. Massey, the running back, look like they're retaping his ankle.
Looks like there's going to timeout charge at Calvert Hall.
So Hall stops the clock. 11:02 to play here in quarter number 3. They're on the move. Loyola player getting some attention on the far side.
I guess that must have been an official timeout because of the injury, Scott.
Ball's on the 28 as you look into the Calvert Hall huddle.
Coverage is great. The camera angles have been fantastic today. Up close and personal, I guess.
Kenji Bahar brings out that Calvert Hall offense. We're down 15-0. Got a field goal with 3 seconds left in the half, and they're driving now. Bahar 7 of 8, 72 yards. He's hit 4 different receivers. Oh, trouble on the exchange. Almost didn't get it off to Timothy Smith, and he's stacked up for looks like maybe a half-yard loss, yard loss.
A good penetration by Loyola's defense, getting in the slots in there and just jamming that play up as they're coming underneath with that handoff. You got to get sort of reversing them the way Loyola's been running that reverse.
I thought that was close to a fumble that he almost didn't get the handoff there. Loss of 2 on the play, 2nd and 12 from the 30. Bahar in the gun with the football. Throws, heavy coverage, but Deontay Austin makes the catch down near the 23-yard line. Spotted on the 22. Boy, watch this, Tom. He had 3 defenders that
right around him.
Zipped it in there.
He does. He's got the great arm. And, I mean, there's 4 guys right around that. Now what you got to do is get to the outside.
So the first quarter, Loyola came out. They marched down the field, used up about 7 minutes. Now Calvert Hall with a pretty good march here to start the second half. Bahar, near side, it's deflected, but caught inside the 20, 15-yard line. Down to the 5 and in for a touchdown. Morgan Scroggins. Wow, a deflected pass. Scroggins stuck with it, and then from the near sideline, crossed halfway across the field and fought his way into the end zone. Big play by Scroggins.
Unbelievable play. And watch on the replay here how this is picked, knocked up in the air, and he gets a 22 yards on the touchdown here. But again, just great running, going across against the grain, sees the hole, breaks up to the inside there, and gets in the end zone.
We got penalties in the end zone here. Two flags down as maybe Loyola had 12 on the field again. What's going on here? One of their interior linemen leaves.
Ball will be moved half the distance.
Ferreira on to kick the point after they assess the penalty here.
Half the distance to the goal.
The punter, Wydick, holds. Kick is up. It's good. Ferreira.
No good.
Oh, sorry.
Wide
no
right.
Good. He missed it to the right.
Pushed it off to the right.
So they got the 6, but they didn't get the 7. Yeah,
no, they didn't get the 7.
Nice touchdown by Scroggins. There's your scoring drive, 6 plays, 65 yards, 2 minutes and 45 seconds, and the final 22 on the pass from Bahar to Scroggins, and we got ourselves a ball game, Tom Maddy.
I'll tell you, somehow they make this thing exciting every year for us. It makes it great for the fans, too.
Wiedeck to kick it off. Jeff Moran back deep. Bahar now 9 for 10 for 102 yards and a touchdown. You see that 68% coming in. He's completed 90% of his passes in this one. Dana Young on the short kick. Up across the 30. Still moving the pile, and he's up close to the 35-yard line. Ball out. Maybe no whistle. Loyola picked it up, and they're going to run it in for a score. Didn't hear a whistle. There was a fumble, and Loyola picked it up and went the distance. Ryan Gallagher got it to the end zone. I don't see any whistle.
And I don't see any flags out there.
Boy, I want to see this one again, Tom, because there was a big scrum. The pile was moving, and all of a sudden, the Dons came out with the ball and took it the distance.
Let's see it. Here's a replay on it. Let's see what happens.
Dana Young in the pack, still has possession there. You get a whistle here, forward progress. Looks like he's down there. There comes the football. And that's a heads-up play. You pick it up and run, but it looked like he was definitely down.
I thought so, too. The officials should review this play.
Ryan Gallagher ran it in for the score. Give him credit. There's no reviewing in high school.
No, there's no reviewing in high school.
It's a 65-yard fumble recovery for the touchdown from Gallagher. See if we can take another look at that. All right, back to the conversion here. Student body right. They shift back into a regular formation. See if they can knock the kick through. Calvert Hall just missed one. This one is good. So Gavin Raleigh with the point after. And just like that, Loyola jumps back on top, 22-9. Here's another look. Is he down? Sure looks like it. Ball out, and Gallagher, Johnny on the spot for the score. FanCam is brought to you by Frosty Refrigeration Company, a family-owned heating and air conditioning company serving Baltimore, Annapolis, and surrounding areas. Enjoy it, fans. Our Towson Sports Medicine scoring drive, not much to this one. It was a 65-yard fumble return for the touchdown as Ryan Gallagher picked it up and ran with it. I'd like to get another look and see the end of that play because the big question there, Donald Davis was out arguing during the timeout.
Really arguing, adamantly about it, too.
The replay we looked at looked like
he was down.
He was down. The ball should have been blown dead, but no whistle. So Loyola, a little pooch kick. They bounce one down, grabbed at the 27-yard line. Some running room for the Hall, and they get it up nearly to midfield, up to about the 48-yard line. Morgan Scroggins, who scored their last touchdown with a 21-yard return.
He's playing his heart out there and almost broke that for the touchdown on that one. But, you know, it's sad to see something like that. And if he was down, the officials didn't see it, you know, because it's such a competitive game.
Well, 22-9, Calvert Hall's offense has to go right back to work. They're showing some signs of life after a very quiet first half for Calvert Hall. Timothy Smith, the running back. T.J. Massey got injured a little earlier, and he hasn't come back. Short pass to Scroggins, and not much room there. Calvert Hall. Let's take a look again at the kickoff return that resulted in a fumble recovery for a touchdown. Is the ball carrier down? That's the question. You could have a whistle there, forward progress. Really can't see much from that angle. It's such a pile up. There's Gallagher, and
it looked like his knee hit down, Scotty, and then the ball came out after his knee was down.
Yeah, from that angle it was a little tough to tell, but give Gallagher credit. He didn't hear a whistle, kept playing. Timothy Smith with a nice run right through the heart of the Loyola defense. Smith, the sophomore, nice size, 6 feet, 205 pounds. He got 14 yards, Tom.
Just like a little leg draw here. He comes up, finds the hole. Good blocking at the point of attack. Big number 76 out there in front opens it up for him.
Ben Evans finally brought him down, but not before he got down to the 37-yard line. 1st and 10. Loyola on top, 22-9. 3rd quarter. 8:10 to play. Backs in the eye. Tailback, that's Smith. And not this time. Right side of the Loyola defense there to stack him up and drive him back.
No hole whatsoever running that one. But they've got to get the play out to Scroggins out there to get him to get the ball, number one. Get him the ball.
That's Cager, Cager and
Cager.
Scroggins. Those are the two playmakers.
Two playmakers.
Calvert Hall in the first half, they had 79 yards. In the last drive, they had 65. So Bahar out of the gun this time. Smith set to his left. Manny snaps it back. Bahar pump fakes, runs up the middle, has room inside the 30 to the 28, just short of the first down. Darren Seward on the stop, middle linebacker, captain for the Dons.
And again, watch him. He sets up in the pocket real quick, pulls it back down. Doesn't see the guys coming open, pulls it back down, runs right up the hole up there, finds a hole. Good
8
play.
yards on the play. Yep.
Good play.
Out of the huddle come the Cardinals. There's your quarterback, Kenji Bahar, the 6'3", 170-pound senior. Completed 68% of his pass this year. Hard count. And a timeout called, Calvert Hall. Loyola jumped, but they didn't cross the line.
Red timeout.
Austin Hurdle gave him that hard count, and he kind of jumped up, but he didn't go forward. And that's pretty good control by Hurdle.
Very good control.
Got a timeout, 6:43 to play. 3rd quarter. Loyola leads the Turkey Bowl 22-9. All right, big play coming up here. 3rd down and 2. Welcome back. 3rd quarter, 6:43 to play. Loyola leads Calvert Hall 22-9.
Bahar right here. I mean, you really take a look at it. 10 for 11, 103 yards and 1 touchdown. So this guy can throw the ball. He has an average of 68%.
Trying to remember, the only incompletion, the little overthrow, a little high for his running back. And they run it straight ahead with Ben Oliver, the fullback, and he's into the pile. That's a 1st down. Wow. Oliver plows down close to the 20. There were bodies moving that time.
He got about 7-8 yards on that play. That offensive line says, hey, you're not going to deny us. Picks up 9 yards on the play.
Get behind those backs, keep your pads low, and keep the legs moving, right, Tom?
You got it. They got some horses up there in front, too.
Nolan Bennett, the right guard's 315. The right tackle, Harrison's 275. Bahar in the gun, throws across field. Cager's got it. Cuts to the middle, 15, and he's down at about the 12-yard line.
Picks up about 8 on the play. Again, getting the ball out to his primary receivers and best athletes is what you have to do.
And we got a Loyola player injured. The training staff will come out, tend to the injured player. But Cager's the playmaker, Tom. We said he's going to the All-American Bowl at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio. He's making visits to teams like or schools like Alabama and Ohio State. He's visited Wake Forest. So he's a major talent, and anytime you can get the ball in his hands.
Absolutely.
And I think before the day's done, we'll probably see him going deep with kind of a jump ball, throw it up. He can high jump 6'8.5", set a state record. He's 6'5". I mean, he's got the skill set.
He's got the tools. There's no question about it. Now, get the ball to him. That's the key.
Kenji Bahar, you can see he's got the arm to get the ball to anybody, Tom. The passes, I guess the true test of a quarterback's arm is when you see him throw that sideline pass, maybe a 12-yard out, and he's singing it across the field.
And he's only in the 11th grade. He's got another year here.
No, Bahar's a senior.
No, but I'm talking about Bahar. Bahar's a senior?
I think so. Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
He's a senior.
He's a senior. Yeah.
Ben Evans shaken up and helped off under his own power. He's a 2-year captain. We're in the Mercy High School red zone. Here we go. 2nd and 4. Smith, the running back, Bahar under center. Play action fake. Throwing in the end zone. Man open, and it is caught. Touchdown. Feet were in. Morgan Scroggins, his 2nd touchdown of the game. And what a nice throw for Kenji Bahar.
What a great touch on the ball. Drops it right in the corner of the end zone. Goes up and makes a great kick and gets one foot in.
Well, this was the offense that we knew Calvert Hall was capable of. We didn't see it in the first half. But they're getting it rolling now. Scroggins' 2nd touchdown of the game.
And again, they're making it exciting, no question.
Ferreira on to kick the point after. Wydek to hold. Get it down, kick is up, and this one is good. Plenty of football left. A lot of offense suddenly here in the 95th Turkey Bowl as Calvert Hall cuts the lead to 22-60. And another look at that throw, Tom. You talked about dropping it in the corner. The feeder down.
Yeah, feeder down. That was almost like a pro catch the way he got that, pulled that one in there.
Well, Scroggins, we talk a lot about Cager because he's the guy getting a lot of national recruiting attention. But Scroggins on the year, 56 catches, 432 yards. 3 touchdowns. He's been a playmaker for the Hall.
And to have that kind of a combination of the two of those guys out there, and with a quarterback that can throw the ball, no wonder they've had good yardage throwing the football.
Well, if this was a heavyweight fight, we said earlier that Calvert Hall got punched in the nose. They were down 15-0, and we found out a little bit what they're about, right? They got off the mat, and they're battling right back into this thing.
They are refocused, no question about it.
Rice back deep, kick taken out about the 15-yard line. Right up the middle and tripped up around the 32-yard line. Andreas Price on the return. So now Calvert Hall, if you're Calvert Hall, things going your way, the offense starting to cook.
Defense has got to rise the occasion.
You're looking for a 3 and out here, and over on the other side, Loyola's saying, hey, we need some ball possession here. Let's get our offense rolling a little bit.
And that's what Loyola has done. They have controlled the time clock as far as possession time, especially in that first half.
There you see our Towson Sports Medicine scoring drive, 6 plays, 52 yards with the Scroggins 14-yard touchdown from Bahar. Now John Goska in the Loyola offense go to work. Goska hit hard as he throws, and it's incomplete. Boy, he got hammered. The pass intended for Jake Nordhausen, and Goska slow to get up, and I'm not surprised. He took a big hit.
Boy.
I think it was Jair Dorsey. Boom.
And he opened himself up when he put that arm back. He just opened his body up, and Dorsey came in there and really nailed him.
Calvert Hall players jumping around. Their bench jumping up and down. The Calvert Hall fans on the near side jumping. Momentum has shifted Calvert Hall's way, and Loyola trying to flip it back to their side. 2nd and 10. Goska hands it off, and nothing going on there. Okaranko kind of whirly-birded by Tyshawn Fogg, the sophomore. Fogg's made a couple of big plays in this game. Donald Davis tells us that he's going to be a BCS player, just a sophomore, but he says he's got big-time potential. 6'2", 210-pound sophomore.
In there. Whoa, what a nice tackle.
Will D'Angelo back in the game. He split to the near side. 3rd and long. Goska with time. Now looking to run. Scrambles to the near side, throws upfield, and it's incomplete. Good pass defense. Goska had plenty of time, but his receivers were covered. McGuire Hayes with the coverage here.
And watch on the replay here, the coverage that is done by Calvert Hall is great because he's quarterback scrambling around out here, makes time to throw the football, breaks down there. Watch him throwing up.
Riley Miller put a little pressure on late. That's Loyola's first 3 and out in the game. So a big momentum swing to the Calvert Hall side. And Barwick in to punt for the Dons with 4:42 to play, third quarter. Morgan Scroggins with 2 touchdowns back deep to return the punt. High short kick. Takes a good bounce for the Dons and rolls dead. Just inside the 25. It's a 43-yard punt.
Got the good bounce.
Let's go down to the field and our partner Jamie Costello.
Yeah, I got a question for Mr. Tom Matty. Mr. Matty, the fullback position has kind of become extinct, but Ben Oliver on that last drive picked up 9 key yards on that drive. Why are we seeing a lack of fullbacks being used more in offenses here?
Well, because you're seeing all these young scat backs coming around here. These guys are going to fly. The fullback, a little heavier, can't run quite as quick. He's a blocker now, right? And he's a blocker. He's like a guard playing in the backfield.
And the other thing, Tom, more and more teams go to 3 and 4 wide receivers, right?
Yes.
So there goes the fullback.
There goes the fullback. So that's what's happening. And more offenses are using that, Jamie. I had in high school. I had a great halfback by the name of Joe Russo, who he wasn't even as big as I was, but he was a heck of a football player.
Play action fake. Bahar throws near side, and his receiver came out of the break and tripped. Morgan Scroggins just got his feet tangled up in the turf, and
well, the ball wouldn't have been there anyway. It was an underthrow on it, but he slipped on that turf out there.
He may have seen him rolling in a heap and just turfed it to make sure he didn't get it picked off.
Yeah.
Bahar now 12 of 14. It's 86%, right? 125 yards and 2 touchdowns, both of those to Morgan Scroggins. Smith straight ahead, big hole, across the 40, midfield, and pushed out of bounds down near the 47 of Loyola.
What a little lag draw.
Young ran him out of bounds.
29 yards on that play, Scott. Great job of running and great blocking up front. This is what the backs are looking for. That one hole, and with his speed, watch his speed break through the hole here.
Well, Tom, here's the deal. Massey is their primary running back. He averages almost 7 yards a carry, but he had an ankle injury. So they go to Timmy Smith. He comes in, the sophomore. He's averaging about 8.6 yards a carry. That's a nice 1-2 punch, right?
Not too bad.
Cross midfield now, first down and 10 for the Cardinals. Calvert Hall trying to take the lead for the first time in this game on this drive. Stacked up down near the 40s, a fullback. Guy Jamie was talking about, Ben Oliver, 5'11", 215-pound junior. He'll run behind those pads at 215.
Yeah.
There you see the sophomore, Timothy
These kids today are so much bigger, stronger, and faster than we were back in our day. There's no question about it.
We'll across the line for Calvert Hall, 245, 240, 230, 315, and 275.
Not too bad.
P.J. Watson checks in. Straight ahead, got some room. That's Watson. Inside the 20, inside the 10. He's in for the touchdown. P.J. Watson breaks loose. He had elbow surgery early in the season. Was basically told his season was over. He told his head coach, Donald Davis, Coach, I'm different. I'm going to be back this year. And there he is in the end zone in the Turkey Bowl to give the Cardinals a lead with a 41-yard run.
A 41-yard run. Nice number, that is. Watch the replay on this. Watch the speed that he shows and the cutting ability that he has. Breaks to the outside all the way and then turns the afterburners on. Cuts back to the inside, breaks the tackle there. Touchdown.
Tom, he's not supposed to be playing. He was done. His season was over. Elbow surgery. Early in the year, kick is no good. But he told his coach, he said, Coach, I'm different. Count on me. I'm coming back this year. And here he is scoring the biggest touchdown of the year for Calvert Hall. So we are tied at 22.
Can you believe this?
That's the second missed extra point. And there goes Bert Watson. They call him BJ. And BJ going all the way for the touchdown to tie this game up. Great story.
We may be going in for another overtime.
Oh, we got a lot left. We got a lot of football left.
I know we do.
3:30 left in the third. Pretty incredible. Back from, you see the elbow pad on that right elbow, had surgery this season. Doctors told him his football season was over, and he said, I'm not, I'm playing.
I'm playing.
Here he is.
That's all you have to do to an athlete, tell them you can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
They'll disprove you. Well, that happened to me when I was in the 9th grade, Scott. First play I've ever played in a football game, I got clipped, shattered my knee, had 2 knee operations. The doctor said I'd never play again, sports at all. My dad wanted me to only play hockey, and I came back and I had to show my dad that I could come back, and I did.
Oh, big hit just across the 20. I'm telling you now, the Calvert Hall Cardinals are making all the plays. Special teams, offense, look at Donald Davis. He's loving what he's seen. That was Jair Dorsey coming down on special teams, and he puts a pop on him right here. Dana Young, down he goes.
Wow.
Our Towson Sports Medicine scoring drive on that last score. 5 plays, 75 yards, the 41-yard touchdown run by B.J. Watson. Game is tied. Goska on the keeper. Across the 25, still up 30. 35-40, John Goska nearly to midfield, down at about the 48-yard line. So the answer from the Dons, they've been pretty quiet in the second half. Big play there to give them a spark. Their quarterback and leader, senior John Goska, 27 yards.
Goska picks up 27, and again, watch the replay on this. He does sort of a reverse. Looks like he's handed it off, just tucks it under his arm, breaks to the outside, picks up his blockers, and shows that speed that he has, picks up 30-some yards on the play.
Goska, an honor roll student, says he'd like to be a doctor. Hands it off this time. Marcellus Brown, short gain on the play, right up around midfield.
Picks up about 3 yards on it.
Second and 7 for Loyola. About 2.5 minutes left, third quarter. We were scoreless in the first quarter. It was 15-3 at the half. It was all Loyola in the first half. Calvert Hall didn't score until 3 seconds left in the half on a field goal, but they've come out smoking here in the third quarter. Don straight ahead. Smith finds some room. He's up near the first down marker.
Got the
first down. Yep.
Just a little 9. Just a little lag draw on that one where it just makes a little delay in the backfield and shoots up right up the middle. But good blocking at the point of attack gave him that opportunity to find that hole. He picks up the first down.
Smith says the person that inspires him, the ball carrier there, Emmett Smith and Walter Payton. There's a young kid with some history, right?
Yes, he
knows who Walter Payton is, and Emmett Smith. 143 rushing yards for Loyola. Goska keeps it. Got some room. Spins out of a tackle, gets down to the 35.
Picks up 6 yards on the play, and again, he's using that reverse rollout type
nice
deal.
Little pivot, yeah.
Yeah, a little pivot on it, and then finds that hole. Watch how he reverses here. Looks like he's going to hand it off, then just keeps the ball, shoots through the hole, sees the safety coming up, fills it, breaks to the outside on it.
He's got good instincts. You see him move away from tacklers,
10 carries for 65 yards. That's a pretty good job by a quarterback.
The bright sunshine, Loyola with the football. And this is Smith. And nothing going that time, no. They stack him up near the 35.
Good job by the Loyola defense on that one.
McGuire Hayes was there.
Or, I should say Calvert Hall defense.
Third and about 4. They mark it on the 36-yard line. Michael Bell checks in. Goska calls out the play here. Loyola 4 for 7 on third down attempts today. Big third down here. They're tied at 22, trying to regain the momentum they had the entire first half. Bell in motion. Goska rolling, heavy pressure, and he just throws it into the ground. That's Tyshawn Fogg, the sophomore linebacker who's made several big plays in this Turkey Bowl.
Well, You know, they're going to probably go on it again, go for the fourth down again.
Yeah, fourth manageable. You need 5 for the first down.
Can't find anybody open, but he
Boy,
throws
look at that
it
size and speed,
Yeah.
Tom. That's a sophomore, too.
Wow.
6'3", 210 pounds.
Got the quickness.
So a big fourth down play coming up. 2 wide receivers to the left. Goska empty in the backfield. Now Smith motions in. Goska on the keeper. Didn't get it. Calvert Hall's defense comes up big. The Cardinals stack them up about 3 yards short of the first down, and they'll get it back on downs. Jeff Wheaton in there on the stop.
And again, a great defensive stand by Calvert Hall on that one.
Nigel Hill's happy as he comes off the field. Take a look. Not much running room for the quarterback. Whoa, almost dropped the snap.
Coming down from the outside.
Well, now the question, Tom.
What can Loyola do defensively?
Loyola's defense, yeah, because they haven't had an answer here in the second half to the passing game. Kenji Bahar under center, backs in the eye. Hands it off to his tailback. There's room. Up across the 40 is Timothy Smith.
Some good hard hitting right there at the point of attack again, Scott. They're going up this. This is a tough game.
Final seconds here. Clock winds down in the third quarter, and it's been a pretty impressive third quarter for Calvert Hall. They had 3 at the half. They've added 19 points here in the quarter to tie it at 22. Well, the last 2 years, we went overtime last year. 2 years ago was decided in the final minute. What do we have for you this year? Fourth quarter coming up. It's the 95th Turkey Bowl. Calvert Hall and Loyola. All right, we're set to go. The fourth quarter coming up. 12 minutes left, at least in regulation. Here's your Kelly & Associates Insurance Group stats. And a big third quarter. Calvert Hall now with 265 yards. And the Cardinals on the ground. Good gain for a first down up near midfield. Timothy Smith forced out of bounds. Another first down for Calvert Hall. Ball going to be marked right at midfield, right on the 50. It's a first down for Timothy Smith. Massey again looked like he injured an ankle. He was getting some attention early. He hasn't come back, so Timothy Smith, the sophomore, has stepped up. That was 13 yards on the play. Backs in the eye. This is Smith, and he got about 9. He's close to a first down near the 40-yard line.
Good running right up the middle again. Good blocking at the point of attack. Center getting a good block on that one. And watch the replay on this. Right up the middle. Halfback going through, breaks to the outside, makes a good cut.
Well, you get 5 or 6 yards before contact, Tom. That's the offensive line doing their job. 8 carries, 61 yards for Timothy Smith. He's going to bring the sticks to measure here, I think.
Official time.
Yep. A referee, Larry Yoakum.
It's close. It's going to be.
Our guys say he's short by 2 inches. We'll see. We'll see how accurate they are. Russ DeLynn, our super stat man, on loan from CBS. What do you think, Russ? Maybe an inch?
It's so close.
They got 5. They got 10 eyeballs down there. They can't figure it out.
He's got the 2 inches.
Russ, you called it.
Russ, you called it on the money.
That's why he makes the big money. Yeah.
You want to bet on this play? I think it might be a quarterback sneak. What do you think?
Might go there. Or how about going play action and throwing a bomb to Cager?
Yeah, could be. That would be interesting.
2 inches. There's your sneak, Tom. Yeah. Kenji Bahar says, I'll take care of this one, guys. He just falls forward for a couple of yards. Well, key point in this game, Calvert Hall with all the momentum. They only had 3 points in the first half. They scored 19 points, 3 straight touchdowns. It's been pretty quiet for Loyola. They had the Gallagher fumble return. Other than that, it's been pretty much all Calvert Hall.
Second half, yeah.
Oliver, the fullback, in the backfield with Bahar in the gun. Here comes some pressure rolling to his right. And he's going to run it and runs out of bounds right near the 40-yard line. A.J. Carver with some pressure, forcing Kenji Bahar to tuck that one in and take off.
Bahar looks like he's got some cramps in his legs.
Yep.
Yeah, cramps in his legs.
Yeah, you see him cramping up, so that's... His backup is Ben Brooks, a sophomore. And Bahar, I'm not sure if he can go. He's looking at the sideline saying, guys, I don't know if I can do this. No, gets the play. You see that left leg, though.
Yeah, it's cramped up, yeah.
Second down and 11 from the 40. And that's not happening. No siree.
No.
Timothy Smith buried in the backfield by Ryan Gallagher. Ryan Gallagher, who picked up that fumble and rumbled 60-some yards for the touchdown, playing some defense. He's the captain, 5'10", 215-pound senior. He's been on the honor roll every semester. He's been in high school, and he wants to be an orthopedic doctor.
Whoa.
He's playing some football today. Yeah.
He'll get some business.
Third down. Bahar in the gun, stepping up, wants to run, has room, 35-30, and down near the 27-yard line.
First down.
Let's see if he's cramping up. He's been battling cramps, coming to the near side just to get the play call.
And again, watch on the replay here how he tucks it back under his arm, sets up back here, finds no receivers, opens.
Well, that was pretty good awareness, Tom.
Yep.
I think he felt that pressure coming from the
right,
edge.
That left side of his, or right side of his, and he just broke off to the left. No containment.
13 yards on the pickup. Bahar doesn't run a lot. 12 carries, 57 yards. He does it passing. Throwing the ball 264 times before this game. He'll go on the ground this time. Oh, and there was a hole there, but Timothy Smith just lost his footing. That looked like it could have been a big play.
Yeah, because he could have broke to the outside on that one. He just slipped. You watch on the replay here how he slips. Otherwise, he's got a great hold to the outside. Boom. Cutting. Look at the blocking in front of him there. He picked up good yardage.
Smith 10 carries, 62 yards. Averaging over 6 yards a carry. Game tied at 22. 9 minutes to play, fourth quarter. Second down and 8. Calvert Hall. They've trailed the entire game. They got a chance to take the lead for the first time. We got a whistle, no play. Got a delay.
Dead ball, delay against the red. Still second down.
All right, a 5-yard delay a game penalty. Never a delay with Jamie Costello.
You think this game's worth $1 million? Here's a man who knows all about it. Jack Noppinger, who just gave Calvert Hall $1.5 million. You ran a business around the world based in Houston. You came back home and did it.
Yes, I did. We want to take Calvert Hall to the next level, move them up towards more of a college preparatory school and a college environment, and move them in and make a leadership of them in the school industry in Baltimore.
One of these guys out here is going to grow up to be just like you, Jack, and give back.
I hope more than one.
All right, Jack Noppinger, $1.5 million.
That's a neat story.
That is a great story.
Tim Smith carries down, and look, he's injured. Timothy Smith.
I'll tell you, this kid is running hard. Watch Timothy Smith.
Well, here's the deal, Tom. You'll see him get hurt on this play, but T.J. Massey, their lead running back, he's been hurt, hasn't returned to the game, and now Tim Smith goes down, and you hope it's not serious, but they're getting pretty thin at running back if he can't get back up and go.
And I mean, he did a great job running in on that one.
Massey came in with 871 rushing yards. His backup Smith has done a great job, but now he's injured. We got a timeout on the field. 8:34 left to play. Loyola in Calvert Hall tied at 22 in the 95th Annual Turkey Bowl. Welcome back to M&T Bank Stadium. It's the 95th Turkey Bowl. This tradition goes back to 1920. Loyola and Calvert Hall, and you see Timothy Smith getting attention from the Calvert Hall training staff. He's had a nice game, 11 carries, 71 yards for the sophomore. But as we said, Donald Davis getting a little thin in the backfield. He lost his lead running back, T.J. Massey. It looked like an ankle injury perhaps earlier in the game. Massey hasn't come back, and now Timothy Smith being helped off the field.
Well, they should have a cart or something here to help him off. Jeez.
Yeah, training staff helping the sophomore off, but Calvert Hall getting a little thin here with 8:34 to play in the game. Bert Watson has checked in. You saw Watson with the terrific touchdown run to tie this game up, and now he'll get plenty of work. It's good to see Smith putting a little weight on it.
Yeah, you got it right there, Scott.
Could be a high ankle sprain. Who knows? We're not doctors, but
yeah.
It doesn't look like he'll be back today.
No.
Wish him well. He's just a sophomore.
A lot of
nice turkey bowl.
Yeah.
So B.J. Watson is the running back, and he takes the handoff, trying to get wide on the right side, inside the 20, and forced out of bounds down around the 17-yard line.
He's got good speed. You can see him bounce back to the outside out there. Did a great job.
Isaiah Hayes
on the tackle.
Ran him out of bounds, yeah. Calvert Hall has trailed the entire game. 4th down coming up here. We were scoreless after one. It was 15-3 at the half. Big third quarter. Tied it up at 22. They're in the Mercy High School red zone.
They're going to probably have to take a timeout here.
4th and 2. You're right. A lot of play clock ran down.
Play clock ran down on this. Got 8 seconds to get it off. 6.
Handed off to the fullback straight ahead. And Oliver, let's see where they mark him. Loyola signaling we've stopped him. Calvert Hall saying first down.
Going to be interesting.
Looks like it might be short. Russ is saying they're 2 inches short again.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's right this time.
They'll have to bring the markers in, but I think he is short, Scott. Good defense by Loyola.
Yeah. To me, looking at that shot across the field, it looks like he's short. Maybe a half a football.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely short. Yeah, about a half a yard.
Wow.
That's more than 2
Great
inches
eyes.
X-ray vision.
X-ray vision by Russ.
Well, that's a huge stop. Calvert Hall closing in on taking the lead, but Loyola slams the door. Downs have the football. Tied at 22. 8:11 left. Here's the Brooks Financial Group game summary. Loyola had it going on early. They jumped out 15-0, but Calvert Hall with a quick field goal before the half, and then Calvert Hall had a big third quarter. They scored 19 points. Loyola got the big fumble return on the kickoff from Gallagher. And there you see Captain Ben Evans, his arm in the sling. His day is over, so now he turns into a cheerleader for the Dons. Goska, penalty marker down as he goes down at about the 21-yard line.
Looks like maybe a holding penalty. Let's see.
They got holding against the white. They'll be first down.
So the holding call will push the Dons back. They've been Nordhausen, the tight end, on the hold. Calvert Hall fans pulling for their Cardinals over on the far side. The Dons fans in blue pulling for their guys. And for the third straight year, Tom, we've had a Turkey Bowl that's going to go well into the fourth quarter.
Oh, yeah.
Game on the line. 6 penalties for 50 yards now for Loyola. They get backed up to the 10. Goska in the shotgun from the goal line and just throws it into the ground. Nobody there. His running back, Smith, the intended receiver, didn't have him, so he said, I'll live for another down.
I will live for another day is right. Good coverage by Calvert Hall on that, sensing it might have been a screen set up on that.
Yeah, Luke Hickey, who's 71 there, he was draped all over the running back. I don't know if they're trying to set out a little swing pass. Wasn't there. Hickey, his coach calls in. He said he's a dog. He goes, that's a good dog.
Good dog.
He said he's a tough guy, gets after it. 6'1", 225-pound sophomore. Second and 18, and now play stopped here.
Dead ball foul, delay against the white.
Well, John Goska got to get his guys up there a little quicker.
I'll tell you one thing, they're just substituting so freely over here. They're coming in so late into the huddle. Here comes 2 more guys again right now.
Yeah, got to get those plays in and players in and get them up the line and go. So now it's 2nd and 23 as they get backed up to the 5. We talked keys to the game. What coach said, field position.
This is bad field position.
This is bad for Loyola, good for Calvert Hall. Goska in the end zone. Quarterback draw right up the middle, across the 10, 15, and down near the 17-yard line. Nigel Hill made the stop, but good play.
Good play. Good fundamental
position
play.
A little bit, yeah.
You got to get him out of that end zone there. That was bad positioning right there.
Here's Goska. He gets 11 on the quarterback draw.
It brings up about a 3rd and 12. Scott, 3rd and 11.
And you know what? If you don't get 11, see if you can get 6, 7, or 8.
Yeah.
Just improve that field position a little bit. Fran Hall looking on. Coaching up his Dons. Goska, heavy pressure.
Gets away from the free rusher and now throws incomplete. Anybody out there? Could we get McGuire Hayes put on the big pressure. And now we got a flag. Could be intentional grounding. That's what I was wondering.
We got intentional grounding against the white. Half the distance to the goal.
Yeah,
and they lose her down too.
Loyola has missed their last 5 passes, so they've had trouble generating offense here in the second half. And now Jake Barwick will punt from his own end zone.
I think the coach is upset. There was a receiver over there, but he couldn't get the ball out that far. No question, because he got hit.
Intentional grounding against the white. Decline, 4th down.
Well, intentional grounding is usually loss of down.
Loss of down.
I don't know why you decline the penalty unless the high school rule is different. Intentional grounding is usually penalty plus the loss of down. I don't know why you decline that. Anyway, back
Let's
to
see
work.
what happens.
Yeah, Morgan Scroggins deep to return the punt from Jake Barwick, who's not in his end zone now. He's close to it at the 1. Good snap. And a decent punt. Takes a good bounce. Oh, real good now. Scroggins grabs it, trying to find some room, doesn't have it, and he's down at the 38-yard line.
A wonderful punt. I'll tell you, 44 yards on that one and a 2-yard loss on the return. Not too bad.
Now Malik Smith with the tackle, but Jake Barwick with a big punt to help out the Dons. Calvert Hall Cardinal waving the flag here. Been a good second half because Loyola did dominate that first half. Tom.
Yes, they sure did. They dominated, and then Calvert Hall has come back strong. And Loyola has their hands filled with just containment right now.
B.J. Watson's the running back. Remember, Calvert Hall has lost 2 running backs to injury. Watson's already had a touchdown and more flags here.
like it's against Loyola.
Dead ball foul, offside, white. 5 yards, still be first down.
That's referee Larry Yoakum.
They must be lining up offsides. Getting in the zone. Now that's a stupid mistake.
Yeah. Yeah, pre and post whistle penalties, right?
Yeah.
Pre-snap and post-whistle. You don't like those. 1st and 5 from the 43. Bahar with backs in the eye behind him. Gives it to Watson off right guard. He's got good room across midfield.
And a first down. 6 yards, 7 yards on the play there. Just good hard running.
13 yards on the game.
13. Oh, 13. You're right.
From the 49. 1st down and 10. Barr from the gun looking to throw. Feels some pressure. Throws over the middle. It's complete. Down to the 42. That's Deontay Austin, the senior. He's got a couple of touchdown passes this year. Pickup of 9 on the play.
And again, plenty of time. He faked that throw and then came back, set up again, and followed through.
Yeah,
got
pocket
right
was getting a little crowded there for a while.
That's right.
You like the way Bahar throws the football.
Yes, I do.
He's accurate. He's got arm strength.
He's got some zip on it. I mean, he's got the nice tight spiral.
2nd and short. Like this situation, if you're Calvert Hall, Bahar rolls, throws, completes to his fullback. Oliver with good room, cut down around the 27-yard line. Kenny Lewis on the stop for Loyola. That's a pickup of 15.
And a good play-action play with a little rollout out there and letting that guy slip out in the flat out there and just dropping it off, picking up good yardage.
And nice design, right? Yes. Especially on 2nd and short where you're kind of playing the run to give you that run look.
And a good fake up inside and just a rollout and just dumps it out there.
Loyola a little back on their heels, trying to fight off a Calvert Hall team that's been knocking on the door just about the entire second half. Oliver and Watson in the eye. This is Watson. And there's a good tackle.
Good form tackle again.
Well, you get out in space one-on-one. That's when you separate the men from the boys,
and
right?
you better be in a position to make a good solid tackle because you get run over a lot of times.
It's number 35 coming up, Rick Nickel. A nice tackle there. He's a junior. 50 tackles on the year, 4 for loss. He's got a fumble recovery, an interception, a blocked kick. He's done a lot for that defense.
He's a nice-sized kid. 5'10", about 165, 170 right in there.
Bahar hands it off. Watson trying to get wide. Breaks a couple of tackles, still up, fighting for yardage, and gets down near the 17-yard line. He may have got
the first.
Yeah, a plus play out of something that looked like a 3-4 yard loss. And he's saying, feed me, I want some more.
Yeah, Gallagher on the tackle on that one.
He got away from Gallagher, yeah. But he came out of there with that feed me sign. He says, give me the ball, feed me, give me some more.
I want the ball.
Well, this is a guy that had elbow surgery, and they told him the season was over. He worked hard to get here today.
Yes, he did.
They're in the Mercy High School red zone. Calvert Hall, 79 yards in the first half, 285 in this half. That's Cager. The catch eludes one tackle, but not the second, and he's down on the 10. Lawrence Cager, the 6'5", 205-pound senior. He said he'd like to get into finance, be a lawyer, or a sportscaster. He's leaving a few things open.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Clock running, 3:23 left to play. 95th Turkey Bowl, the tradition that goes back to 1920. Last year, decided in overtime. 2 years ago, decided on an 83-yard pass with just over a minute left. Bahar hands off to Oliver as fullback, and he's stacked up down around the 7-yard line. Darren Seward on the stop.
This could be close to a first down, too, Scott.
No, if this
he's got a couple yards.
This thing's bogs down. It could come down to the right foot of Peter Ferreira, who's kicked 4 field goals for Calvert Hall this year.
Well, they got about half a yard to go, that's all.
Third and 1. Watson the lone setback. Bahar in the gun. Looking to throw. Here's some pressure. And he's sacked. Back at the 13-yard line, Darren Seward. And now what do? Do you bring in the field goal team if you stop them here? You got one more shot, but
not a very good call. I would call this a very good call.
Calvert Hall, yeah. We got an injury there. Tyler Covey a little slow getting up. He's on his feet, but he's hobbling.
Unbelievable call.
Timeout, wait time.
Well, huge sack. Darren Seward, the middle linebacker. Second sack of the day. You see head coach Brant Hall looking on. They're in a kind of defensive mode right now, and Peter Ferreira will come in to try to give his team a lead with a field goal.
Big kick again.
Yeah. They said he was good, 40-42 range, so certainly he's within his range. Let's go down to Jamie.
This is a big kick because the last time he's tried for the point after, he's missed it. So it's a big fourth down. A couple of people here today in the end zone. You can see Mel Kiper, who's very nervous around television.
Oh, he's Calvert Hall nervous.
And we got Bill Careau. Anybody on the our great photographers? If you can get a shot of the man in shorts, the only man in shorts here today. His 45th Turkey Bowl today. Bill Careau on Loyola's side. All right, this is it.
Wow.
Well, here we go. Chance to take the lead. 2:15 left. A 30-yard field goal attempt from Peter Ferreira. Remember, the goalpost here, a little narrower NFL goalpost here at Raven Stadium. From 30. Good snap. Kick is up, and it's good. Plenty of distance right down the middle. Peter Ferreira, money in the bank. The junior nails a 30-yarder, and Calvert Hall has the lead with 2:11 left to play.
An unbelievable game right down to the wire again, Scott. This is the third year in a row it has been an exciting ball game for the fans and especially for both the schools.
Let's check out his reaction as Ferreira boots it down the middle. About right there, he knows he got it. He celebrates with his holder, the punter, Zach Wiedek.
That's a pressure kick. I don't care what you say. That's a pressure kick.
Well, he's only kicked 4 all year. Yeah, it's not like college or the pros where you're kicking field goals all the time. And the biggest game of his life, and the junior, true, right down the middle.
And if that stands up as a winning field goal, can you imagine how that's going to it's just going to affect his life, the rest of his life,
Absolutely.
Especially here in Baltimore. Yeah, I'm the guy that kicked that field goal. That's great.
8 plays, 52 yards, 4 minutes and 23 seconds on the scoring drive. Squib kick across the 35-40 and up to the 44-yard line. So nice field position for Loyola. John Staub on the return. And now they've got to drive. Tom, I would guess they would have to get down to the 20 probably to attempt a tying field goal or a touchdown to win.
Right.
Loyola with 2 timeouts left. Calvert Hall with 1 remaining. Or 2 remaining.
A lot of pressure on Loyola quarterback here right now.
See the Towson Sports Medicine scoring drive there, resulting in the Peter Ferreira field goal. Goska, quarterback draw. They've run this a few times today, cross midfield. And he's stacked up right near the first down marker. John Goska back to the old well on the quarterback draw.
And just a great quarterback draw again. He's hurrying up the offense, and that's what he has to do now. This is where leadership comes in, and this is where this kid's got the greatest potential, I'm telling you.
$1:40 to play. Loyola needs a field goal to tie, touchdown to win. Oh, lost the snap, and he pounces on it, but a loss on the play, back to the 49-yard line.
Took his eye off the ball on that one because it was not that bad a snap at all. It was right in his hands, and he's looking to where he's going to do.
Timeout White.
Yeah, you almost have to take one there, regroup a little bit.
Yep.
Get your play in. You're calling a couple of plays, right?
Yeah.
This time of the game.
Yeah, you got to put 2 plays in the huddle. Call the 2 plays. Hurry up to the line of scrimmage. Get going. That was just lack of concentration on the ball.
Looking at the defense.
Yep.
Yeah. Grant Hall got the Dons huddled up, trying to pull one out. Oh, that's a big play. Remember the deflected pass. Scroggins, Grant gets it, and the run after the catch was pretty superb.
Yes, it was.
And then a great throw here. Bahar in the corner of the end zone. And then the Hall takes it on the ground. B.J. Watson with the long run, and there's the kick that could be the difference. Could be the difference. Could, the key word, right, Tom?
Could. Still got some time. 3rd down, about 3 yards to go. It's a 4-down situation.
And 1:27 left to play. Young motions to the left side. Goska fakes the handoff, lost it, and Calvert Hall's recovered. Calvert Hall recovers the fumble. It looked like a bad exchange as Goska was trying to hand it off or pull it back. It got free, and Jeff Wheaton with the biggest fumble recovery of his young life.
Wow. What a way to end this ball game. 1:23 remaining. They could just sit on it right now.
Yeah, you're right, Tom. They don't have to do much here besides take a knee.
Take a knee. And I'll tell you one thing, I feel so bad for that quarterback. The young kid, I mean, jeez. Take a look at the replay here.
So there's the fake, and as he's pulling it out, it almost looked like it got caught on his hip and went down. And Isaiah Hayes pressuring, and Jeff Wheaton with the fumble recovery.
Yeah.
And now Calvert Hall just has to run out the last minute and 23 seconds of this game. Two hands on the football now, right,
Boy,
Tom?
You're not good. That's the one thing you get in the huddle right there. Boom, you say, hey, whatever you do, both hands on the huddle. And
you got timeout, White. It's your final timeout.
Now here's the quarterback's reaction on that fumble. Watch.
Yeah, it's the agony defeat. You play all year for this game, and you've battled and you've made great plays, and the ball comes loose, and you feel for John Goska because he's been a terrific player for the Dons, a leader. He's made big plays in this game, kept them in this game, and
he really has. And I mean, I'll tell you one thing.
We met him the other night, Tom. We did a pregame show.
Nice kid.
Good guys, got nothing to be ashamed of. They've battled tooth and nail here against the Calvert Hall team, and you can be honest about it. Both coaches said, Calvert Hall probably a little bigger and stronger and maybe a little faster than Loyola, but it's been a great battle for 4 quarters.
Yes, it has.
Some numbers on Kenji Bahar, 15 of 17.
88%. Ooh, that's not too bad.
And that's not a fluke because he's a 68% passer on the year. 156 yards and 2 touchdowns, both of those to Morgan Scroggins.
I think he's going to have a great future in the pros, in the college ranks.
Oliver near the first down marker. And Loyola can't stop the clock now. They are out of timeouts. Get down to the 1 minute mark.
And they're going to just do the right up the middle again, just try to get the first down. They need about a yard to go.
Yeah, they'll milk the clock.
Yeah, they'll take it all the way down.
They don't have to snap it until about, just over 30 seconds, about 33. And then that should do it.
That's Oliver. That's a first down.
Yep, that's the end.
Ball game.
Ball game. Great ball game, too, by the way. You know, coming into this game, you had to figure that, Calvert Hall would be favored in it. A much better record this season and all that kind of stuff. But I'll tell you one thing. Loyola put up a great fight today.
Oh, they gave us... Hey, we said give us another game that's contested late into the fourth quarter, and here it is, right?
It's been these last 3 years, Scott, have been fantastic.
The victory formation now. Bahar takes a knee, and the 95th Turkey Bowl goes to the Calvert Hall Cardinals. They got a real battle from the Loyola Dons. They trailed just about the entire game until a field goal gave them the lead.
Nothing to be embarrassed about for Loyola whatsoever. They did a tremendous job.
Yeah.
Did a great job of coaching on both teams, and Calvert Hall came up with the victory.
Little Gatorade bath for Donald Davis. The Calvert Hall Cardinals have now won 5 of the last 6 Turkey Bowls. They had 4 straight. Loyola broke through, got the win last year with the overtime victory. And now you see these two teams that compete, and they build up football hate for one another, but there's a lot of respect. A lot of these guys are friends.
They're really friends off the field.
They played rec ball together, but boy, this is a special day. And you see number 9, Ben Evans, the captain. His high school career ends with an injury today, but he's been a great player for Loyola. There's the final. Calvert Hall a winner, 25-22. We'll return to M&T Bank Stadium to wrap up the 95th Turkey Bowl.
The Brooks Financial Group Turkey Bowl. Brought to you by the Brooks Financial Group. Infinite rewards from finite focus. Frosty Refrigeration Company, a family-owned heating and air conditioning company serving Baltimore, Annapolis, and surrounding areas. Prime Lending, national strength, local expertise. And Towson Sports Medicine, proud partner of University of Maryland Sports Medicine and University of Maryland St. Joseph Medical Center.
Donald Davis and his Calvert Hall Cardinals hoisting the trophy, and I just read his lips. He said, "I love you guys," and he had moisture in his eyes, Tom. It's emotional.
Both these coaches are great coaches and have done a tremendous job with both programs.
That's what they play for right there. Our Prime Lending play of the game, well, it came down to this. With 2:11 left, Peter Ferreira, a 30-yard field goal right down the middle.
And his father just came up here and says...
I didn't realize, I've known Kent for years, didn't realize that was his son, but he's a proud dad, and he should be.
He should be, absolutely.
And our player of the game, the First Financial Federal Credit Union, extra credit for extra effort goes to Kenji Bahar. Tom, he was sensational.
15 of 17, 88%, 156 yards, 2 TDs, and I'll tell you one thing, kid played his heart out, got great potential, is going to do a great job in college.
Morgan Scroggins caught 2 of those touchdowns. Here's our Kelly and Associates Insurance Group stats, and boy, it was all Loyola in the first half, Tom. And you come back and see Calvert Hall with 357 total yards. What did they have in the first half?
It was
79, I think. Yeah,
something like that. And I'll tell you, it was one half was Loyola's, and the other half was the Cardinals. So at Calvert Hall, and so you take a look at both of these things. It was just a fantastic game.
All right, it's been another great Turkey Day, partner. It's always great to spend it with you and to spend it with these kids who give us this great show. I mean, we've had 3 dandies, 3 straight years, overtime last year, 2 years ago, an 83-yard pass with just over a minute left, and today Calvert Hall puts together a drive, and they kick that final field goal with a couple of minutes left. But some terrific football, and you see the passion, the emotion from the players and the fans.
And no question about it. And Loyola has nothing to be ashamed of. They put up a great effort today. Both coaches did a great job interviewing them, talking to the players. Was a lot of fun, Scott. And this just brings back so many great memories of broadcasting with you and all the fun that you and I've had through the years, going all the way back. Way back. and having great times.
Well, partner, enjoy the rest of your Thanksgiving. We're not done. We got some turkey to eat,
We got
right?
some turkey today, babes.
All right. Once again, our final score from M&T Bank Stadium. Calvert Hall over Loyola, 25-22 the final. Special thanks to our schools, Loyola and Calvert Hall, and all the assistants from their staffs. And a big thank you to Brooks Financial Group for their sponsorship of today's game. Thank you very much. This has been a presentation of ABC2 Sports. For Tom Maddie, Jamie Costello, and our entire ABC2 Sports crew, I'm Scott Garceau. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.